Yep. Yep. Dude, I'm having a week, bro. I've been up since 6 a.m. I went on a 1-hour walk. I worked out. I had some studies. I made a good breakfast. I'm productive this week. I'm doing it, you know? I decided this summer I'm gonna see just how well I can do every day between now and when I go on my trip to see my family. Which, listen, bro, it's only 5 months. I just got to be a real person for 5 months, and then I can actually go degen mode again. So I'm looking forward to that. But I even played a little bit of World of Warcraft this morning. I've had like an entire day before stream started. It was like 7:30 or whatever, and I was finished my shit, and I was like, man, should I start going live earlier? Should I just start going live at like 8 my time, 7 PST? I don't know. That'd be something else. I could do my weekly or my daily TikTok drawing on stream, and then I wouldn't have to work as hard in the afternoon. So there's that too. I don't know. I did a TikTok yesterday. I did well. I think I posted something, which is all I can really do. Actually, oh, I should post shit. I forgot. I was gonna post it on Instagram too, because I was supposed to do that in the mornings. Okay, I gotta do that. How do I post on Instagram? Okay, hold on. What should we call this? We should do yes, next. Okay. Okay. Next. All right. Add a caption or poll. So I drew Karlach. So what should I say about it? Karlach was very knightly in my game. Hashtag wait. Where's my clipboard? Ella did all my hashtags for me. Clipboard. Yup. Thank you, Ella, for that. And post. Share, reel. Allow. Sure, why not? All right, dope. I did it. See, look at me. I'm on top of things today. So good morning, everyone. Good to see you all. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the VOD. It is indeed May 2nd, which means that you only have 2 days potentially to get your tickets for Star Wars The Phantom Menace, which they are sending back to theaters on the weekend. So I am going to be going to see Star Wars Phantom Menace in theaters again on Monday, because Ella has never seen it in theaters before, and that's a tragedy to me. Honestly, I really feel bad for any Star Wars fan that didn't actually get a chance to go see the prequels in theaters. So younger Star Wars fans, it was spectacular. So hopefully it'll be a good one. I know there's a couple of my friends that are gonna be doing that this weekend as well. I'm gonna go to the mall on Monday and play a little Pokemon Go. You know, I've been doing that on my walks. I don't know if anyone else is playing Pokemon Go right now, but I've been doing the whole Go thing on the walks. It's been feeling good. I just been living, you know. That break the meta. Go for it. Wait, go for what? What's the meta? I'm confused. Do you hopped on WoW when most hop off? I mean, it's like, it was like 9 a.m. or whatever when I hopped on Warcraft. So I don't know. I don't know if that's when people are hopping off. I hope not. In fact, I hope most people aren't on World of Warcraft in the morning. Really? Oh, the stream earlier expected. Okay, that meta. Yeah. That would change the meta, I suppose. I thought about it. I considered streaming earlier and streaming longer. But I don't know, man, because I used to enjoy the stream starting at 10, because I would wake up at 9. All right, and this is what I did every day. I wake up at 9 a.m. and I go and I shower. And then I get something terrible for breakfast, like cereal or like, you know, a fucking toast with jam or just something sugary and whatever that's not good for me. If you listen, if you're healthy, you can have it. I couldn't. So I get some shit. I get some whatever. and I'd stream an hour after I woke up, and it was fine.
Amoeba Limi Cola.
What the fuck is this? Okay, hold on. When we get into it, I'm not gonna hit enter on Google because I don't want to taint the first impression. So thank you for 100 bits of Dury. I appreciate that. But yeah, I used to get up at 9, and I would do that because I'd be up till about 2 a.m. every day, and I'd be up till 2 a.m. playing video games and working. So that was back in my most productive days, when all I had to think about was video games and work. So there was that, I guess. But now that I'm up earlier, I feel like I've like packed my mornings now, so I don't think I could go live much earlier anyway. On days that I go to the gym or do something like that, and then get home, and I have to make a real breakfast, and it sucks because when you make a real breakfast, it takes longer. You actually have to cook food instead of eating something out of a package that tastes like plastic, you know? Because I was a plastic package donut enjoyer. I'm not picky. Like, I'm not one of those people, like, you know, when you see videos on YouTube of like Europeans trying American snacks the first time or something like that, right? And they're like, oh my God, this is so disgusting. It smells like chemical and it tastes like plastic. It's like, shut up, it tastes like sugar, idiot. It's not disgusting, it's delicious, I don't care. All right, I am that guy. I used to be that guy, but Azura, thank you for the 10 months. I appreciate it. It did work, actually. You're right about that. Holy shit, I don't know what you did different.
IT worked.
I don't need you to do different, but it worked. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate it, Azura. Good to see you. But yeah, I used to eat like shit, man. I would eat plastic packaged food or whatever every morning for breakfast, and then, but it was easy, you know. You get up, you roll out of bed, you shower, and then you go downstairs, you find something in a package, you waddle upstairs, and then you just go live, you know. It was great. But yeah, now I feel like I lose a lot more time with a couple of things. I feel like I lose time having a dog because I got to take Yuna out and play with her and do shit and whatnot, and then I lose time being healthy because, like, after stream yesterday, I went for another hour-long walk in the freezing temperatures that are my city right now. And the snow actually was blizzarded yesterday. It was so disappointing because I had to go to I had to walk to the grocery store to get Ella something. She wasn't feeling very good yesterday, and I was like, fuck it, I'll walk, you know. I need my steps in for the day because I'm attempting to do 10,000 steps a day between now and September if I can. And I did that, and it was snowing, man. It was miserable. It was blizzarding when I was walking. It's okay. It's actually not snowing right now, so maybe it'll be better later, I guess, for my afternoon walk. But yeah, once you're done taking care of all that stuff, like once you're taking care of your responsibilities, taking care of your health, doing all that kind of shit, it's like you don't have any time left in the day for frivolous work or video games. What the fuck is up with that? So now I managed to fit it in a little bit yesterday. I've started telling myself that I'm not going to do any work past 8 p.m. Because I was having a little bit of difficulty, a little bit kind of relaxing in the evening and getting kind of settled before bed. And I realized that I kind of need to turn my brain off at 8 p.m. Even if I'm doing something that's like active or whatever, like actively playing a video game that's like really difficult or something. If I'm doing like high grader rifts in Diablo or like a high level dungeon or something in Warcraft, whatever it is, that still, to me, that like adrenaline activation is still less whatever, I don't know what it is, but less distracting or activating than like even low grade work. It's so weird, like even just sketching. So yeah, man, I've really been on a good schedule, so hopefully y'all are getting on your good summertime schedules. I did get snow, yeah, Crimson. It's tough here right now. We got a giant blizzard for the last 2 days. There was like a couple of inches of snow on the ground, and I think it's beginning to melt a little bit, but it'll melt quickly. It'll be gone by like next week probably. But yeah, we got a couple of inches of snow. It just melted not as fast as I'd like, and made me miserable because I live in Canada and I hate snow. I like the snow. Listen, I like December snow. I'm okay with January snow. November snow is quaint. February snow is soul crushing. March snow is depression incarnate. April snow is like transcendent zen depression. April's just like, it's never going to get better. It's never going to get warm out again. And I'm just going to sit here and be sad. And that's the way it is. And you just accept it in April. And then by May, you're just disappointed again because you secretly hold out hope that May's gonna be nice. So I don't know. But yes, I did my work yesterday. I did all the good things. I made a TikTok. I did the Carlock artwork that I said we'd do on stream today, that I would color in and paint and whatnot. And I actually like this idea. I'm gonna paint all of the Baldur's Gate 3 cast as paladins, because honestly, really, what is a better class in D&D than paladin? What storyline wouldn't have been improved in Baldur's Gate 3 if the character wasn't a paladin? And I asked that question honestly, because no one has a good answer. Lae'zel would have been better as a paladin, not a fighter. Fuck like being a fighter. If she was like some sort of like paladin, oath of vengeance, zealous, whatever, Templar, great, perfect. You know, would have been way better. Gale, oh, I'm a magic dude. I banged a deity. You know who bangs deities? Paladins. That's right. Astarion. He's basically a paladin of a vampire. Will's a scuffed paladin of a demon. He would have been better. Oh, I'm a warlock. No warlock hexblade. Paladin blade. That's what you gotta play. Paladin blade. No warlock hexblade. Who else? Jaheira would have been way better as a paladin because furries suck. Minsk. I don't even know what class Minsk was. I never used him. Why would I use Minsk?
Sorry for missing stream yesterday. Horizon feedback is in stream topics.
Is it?
More feedback is also in your DMs. Oh yeah, here are your May bits.
Thank you, Atari. I appreciate that. Thanks, bro. We will read through some of that. Whatever is public. I'm very excited for it. I don't know if you caught me going through it yesterday, but I was very enthused.
I'm proud of you, Ivan Blahart, but also Discord Plaza.
Okay. 1 second. Oh, that's a lot of DMs. Okay. Ella Blackwood. All right. What is Ella Blackwood want? Okay. And okay.
Disrespectfully wise Lae'zel a fighter on God, she should be a paladin. Like what was Larian thinking? Also I bought more bits and I'm 100 away after this one from my next hit badge.
Oh god, thank you Azura, thank you for the 100 bits. Disrespectfully wise plays Lae'zel fighter on God, she should be paladin. Exactly. And like hold on, Ella, yeah, we'll hold, okay, cool, we're good. Sorry. Yeah, to be honest, like I don't even know what class Minx was. I don't care. Would have been better as a paladin. Is sure it would have been worse as a paladin because then I might have had to use him? No, he would have been a stealthy paladin, a dex-based stealth paladin. You could have used him. Didn't have to if you don't want to. It's fine. Who else is there? What other characters are there? Minthara. I never used Minthara because I started playing early before you could save Minthara. So I don't know what Minthara was, but you know what Minthara would have been better as? A paladin. Like, no one has, honestly, any good points as to why I'm wrong. I hear a lot of grumbles, a lot of, oh, no, I like rogues. Oh, I like Gale as a warlock. Oh, no, I like this character as that class. But nobody's telling me that I'm wrong, though. Grumbles do not equate opinion, so.
Minthara is a paladin already.
Wait, is Minthara actually a paladin? All right. Yep. Perfect. Sure. Yep. Right on. What are the characters I miss? Will Karlach would be better off paladin. A paladin of Raziel or whatever. Will's paladin. Shadowheart is basically a paladin. Lae'zel would have been a better paladin. Astarion and Gale would have been better paladin. Am I missing any playable characters? Oh, House. God, I forgot Halcyon. Oh my god, the game wanted me to be so gay with Halcyon. The game was just every time. Like imagine you go to like a restaurant and you're like going out for like you're going out for like pizza. and they're like, hey, do you want shawarma? And you're like, no, I'm good, thank you. And they're like, okay, cool. And you go to the next restaurant, and it's like, ooh, we're gonna go for Italian. Ooh, I'm gonna get some pasta or something. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And then the waiter's just like, do you want some shawarma? And you're like, what? No, I don't want shawarma. No, I don't want any shawarma, thank you. And you go to another restaurant, and you're going out for like, I don't know, you're going for like Korean fried chicken. All right, delicious Korean fried chicken, you know. And then you're ordering, and you look up on the menu, and it just says, hey, Evan, do you want some shawarma? You're like, I don't want shawarma. Why does the world keep trying to force shawarma on me? You know, it's like that with Gay for Halcyon in my game. I don't know if you guys have the same experience. Maybe your playthrough is different, but every dialogue option at the bottom, it was just like, hey man, do you want some Gay with Halcyon? I'm like, no, I'm good, game. I'm good. Thanks, bro. I'm good. He's like, okay, cool, I got you. And the next time, Halcyon's just like, uh-oh, we need to go save the kid from the whatever. And you're like, wow, damn, I guess let's go, Halcyon. He's like, are you sure you don't want some Gay with Halcyon? I'm like, damn it, Halcyon. No, I don't want any Gay with Halcyon today, okay? Thank you. I'm good. Maybe next playthrough, but not this one. Thank you. No, thank you. Right? That's just how it happened. So would it have been improved if Halcyon was a paladin? Yes. Is there a higher likelihood that I would have accepted Gay with Halcyon if it was a paladin versus a druid? I don't want to say yes, because I don't want to make druid players feel lesser or undesirable simply because they're a D&D class choice, but it's true. I'm sorry, man. It's true. Nobody likes druids. That's the way it goes. She would have been better as paladin, I agree. Mine was Gale. He was fuck. Okay, I'm good. He was giving me romance evidence basically every time I turned my camera in his general direction. Oh, that's true, actually. Gale was trying to constantly make me have the gay playthrough. But you know what I didn't realize, Aduria? I didn't realize... Okay, listen. Listen, this wasn't my fault, okay? I didn't realize this.
I'm using TTS to beg for help
yes,
with my D&D world.
Okay, what's up?
I have
yes.
factions, but like I don't know how to build out the NPCs within the groups
what do you
without
mean?
them feeling samey, and I can't figure it out. Also, unironically, I would let Karl Arch and Asterion do and beep 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 by order of the absolute. This has been censored. No, angry face, censored for being the truth. FR.
Was that the worst TTS that anyone's ever cheered? Was that the most cursed TTS? That might have been. Fuck. Azura, thank you for 100 bits. Let's see. You don't know how to your D&D. All right, we'll talk about that when we get into. We'll remind me. We'll talk about that because I have some input and some advice that might help you out when we get into the project today. I will help you out with that because I have some strong ideas on it after we do the weekly. Figure out what the weekly meta is with Aduria. But yeah, so Aduria, I had a problem with Gale as well. I did because Gale, I didn't realize this. For one, when he was just like, hello, I'm like, hey Gale, what's up? He's like, I'm a projection. I'm like, oh shit, you're a projection. He's like, yes, I need to talk to you later. I'm like, oh fuck, really? He's like, yep, I need to talk to you. We need to go talk over there. Like, this is important. And I was like, oh shit, I bet it's about mind flares or something. Maybe Gale's turned into a mind flare. Oh, maybe Gale's like about to explode and he wants me to cut him down before he blows up. Oh shit, I better go back contact to Gale. One, I did not realize that the conversation was Gale wanting to teach me magic. Okay? And two, I did not realize that by simply accepting Gale's invitation, that no one else would have any interest for the rest of the game. I had no idea those two things would happen. So, not that I would have pursued any other character, because I'm not a fucking loser. I don't need romance in my Baldur's Gate 3 game. Fucking, my romance is my oath, okay? I'm a paladin. I got an oath to the blade and to justice. My oath is Deus Vult. Anyway, I didn't realize that would screw me out of any other sort of options for any other characters. And I didn't realize Gay was hitting on me by wanting to teach me magic. I didn't realize until I was like 3 fingers deep into the weave that Gale was teaching me magic. He was like, do you want to learn some magic? I'm like, oh shit, maybe I'll get a cantrip out of this. Sure, Gale, I'll learn some magic. And then I was like already into the dialogue. That's not what I wanted. I need to abort. Abort. And I did, dude, I felt so bad. But, you know, that's just the way Gale is, I guess, in game. So
Gale a cock blocker FR and also a horny simp simultaneously lol.
okay, chill. Jesus. Yeah, listen, chill. Fucking yeah. I mean, listen, it was fine. Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough was good. It was I do wish that I had done some things differently. I wish I had respec every single character to Paladin, so that's why I'm going to, for my projects this week, this month, be casually here and there respecking everyone to Paladin. Okay. All right. Oh wait, you got new badges, Zura? What's your new badge? You got a... Oh shit, you got the silver badge, bro. Yo. Fuck yeah. Thank you, Azura. Thank you for all the bits. I appreciate it. All right, the Amoeba Lim Ecola. Let's see, Aduria. What is this? Oh, it's the common amoeba. So what's the meta this week then? We have to figure out. Aduria has cheered the meta this week as the common amoeba. I understand. I get it. Okay. All right. Because we can't just rate whatever it is based on simply, you know, no information. We have to rate it based on a meta. Is this part of the bird meta? No. Is this part of the tree meta that we've had? Nope. What is this meta that Aduria has suggested the common amoeba? And it clicked with me that this week is the cleric meta. So I'm going to give this a really high score. I'm going to give this a 9-4. Great cleric. Exactly what you expect out of a cleric. All the sophistication and interest of a cleric player. Perfect, man. This is great. I think that the common amoeba is a fantastic start off to the cleric meta. So good job, man. All around impressive start to a new meta for the week. So yeah, man. Look at him go. Look at him casting his divine whatever spells. Just trying super hard. You know? This is what we call the pre-paladin player, the cleric that hasn't quite yet figured out how to paladin and might not get there anytime soon. So, okay, first off, we have to go see the process of drawing Karlach. And I need some feedback. I think I did a better job on this one. Let me log in. Let me do the thing. Let me go to view profile. All right, so this was the process of it, okay? This is the process. Right there. So I think this video is better than last one. I got a new glove for it, which is kind of nice. That's kind of cool. And I kind of show things off a little bit more. And there you go, bro. A little bit shorter of a video. So, honestly, I think I outdid myself. I think the only reason the Shadowheart video did better is because people enjoy shadow hunting more. I think it has nothing to do with the art and the video production, which is very cool, I guess. So today, what I want to do is I want to paint some of these in. I want to give them some color. So I realized that the
commented
Karlach
for engagement on the last one. I'll comment on this one too.
Thank you, Azura. Thank you for the engagement. I appreciate it. My art is being engaged with, and I feel vindicated. So, thank you. But yes, I realized with Karlach that she needed color because Shadowheart, you know, not that big of a deal. Just like silver armor, silver hair, silver whatever. But Karlach with her, you know, I realized the contrast between the red and all the other colors and shit could look really cool. So I need to actually paint Karlach in, I think, and I'm going to do the same for Shadow Honey. So, and I'm going to make my TikTok for today and tomorrow. We're going to do the painting of the characters, I suppose. So, I don't know what kind of style we're going to do, really. Like I don't have much of a basis for how to go about this. It's not like I have a lot of, you know, experience doing this kind of quick little sketch here in color. So, what that means is we're going to do a little bit of, I don't know, trial and error, I suppose. It's gonna be a little bit more of a artwork development something or another stream, but I'm looking forward to it. I need to clean up some of my edges first before we can actually fill this in and start painting it out. Oh, the barcode music with the video. What barcode music? This barcode music? What kind of barcode music you listen to, bro? Is that like some like new genre or some shit? Evan discarded sex sells? Yeah, apparently. No, man, what do you think? Why do you think I choose to be such a small no-name artist on Twitch? Are you kidding? Bro, like, I keep saying definitively that if someone put a gun to my head and said, Evan, you have to be Twitch partner in a year, I could do it. I could do it. I know exactly how to do it, and I could do it. I just don't want to do it because, you know, what you can do to, as an artist to guarantee yourself success on the internet is not what I'm super interested in doing. And I've seen a bunch of artists fall to it recently, you know? Not that I'm judging them or whatever. I've seen a bunch of artists decide that they're going to change their entire brand to like whatever NSFW something or another. And like, can you blame them? I don't know, probably not. To me, it's like investment, right? Like you let's say you have like some NSFW whatever Patreon where you draw like hot Baldur's Gate fan art or some shit. And that Patreon, you work, you know, let's say 20 hours on a month and you make 3K. It's like, can you really blame the artist for spending 20 hours a month to make all their expenses back and then spending the rest of the time to like do whatever they want for whatever projects they want? Not really. You can't really blame them for that. So I think about that sometimes. I think about it. I think about my own experience. I don't think I quite want to do that, but you know, who knows, man? If somebody offered me the option, like TOS stuff, depending on what you're wanting out of it, basically, like I bet. Oh, Bardcore. Oh, I see. Yeah, honestly, like if somebody said to me, "Hey, man, you could do some like NSFW whatever fan art bullshit on Patreon and make 5K a month or some shit, or make even like 2K a month on it for a 20 hour, like, you know, 1 or 2 pieces a month," I'd probably do it. I'm not above it. It's just work to start it, and then you lose some of your existing audience, right? Because some people are disappointed in you and whatever, and blah 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 blah. So I don't know. It's a whole thing. I try not to think about it too much, but it's always an option. Don't ever pretend like every artist, it's not an option, I guess. All right, so we're gonna try something somewhat different here. We're gonna do a bit of a different take on this. And we're going to paint it out in maybe a little bit more of a Friday item sketch kind of way than normal. And see how that goes. Depending on what you're wanting out of it, if you dip into that line of work, it's very difficult to separate you from your name brand when trying to do the workout stratosphere. It is, which is tough, you know, because then you sort of like, you sort of kind of associate yourself more with what certain people see on the internet of you. And if that's not what you want out of your, so it's like fan art in general. It's like how many people on TikTok have followed me in the last 2 days because of Baldur's Gate 3 fan art? You know, unknown to them that there is an entire, you know, 4-year catalog of art for my world that I've built, right? It's like they wouldn't know. So yeah, you have to separate it out. And here's the thing, for all any of you know, it's like Evan, I look at your sub count, bro. I look at how many bits you make a month. How do you do this full time, bro? What are you doing, a lot of commissions or some shit? You know, it doesn't quite add up. Maybe I have an alter ego account where I draw lewd anime art on Twitter and sell prints of it through various websites and make my actual living expenses off it. You don't know. Do the mods know? Nope. Does anybody know? Not really. If I had that going, would I tell my close friends? Would I tell Fishy? Absolutely not. No one would know. But there'd be signs. There'd be signs. All right. If we're approaching this like an item sketch on Friday, you know what? Let me actually, I don't know what kind of reds to use here. So for Karlach, let's see what kind of reds we need to use for her. Get a nice general sort of Karlachian image up here. Trying to search for Karlach images without getting just bombarded with disgusting, depraved fan art is a challenge sometimes when you go deep on it. But okay, I think we found it. I think we're good. I think we good. Okay. Perfect. That's the red we'll use. Cool. Because it's really a warm red, isn't it? It's not a cool red. It's not many purples or blues in there as well. Would you be would be the last one or first, no in between? She would be the never to learn. She would never know. Because if Fishy catches me drawing hot anime bullshit, she's never gonna leave me alone about it. She's just gonna ask me every week. Every damn week, Evan, are you drawing hot Karlak fan art today? If yes, please provide. If no, please inform me as to why, you know? Like, it would be a whole thing. It would be an endeavor, let's just say. Sexy Beholder was a cry for help the whole time. What Sexy Beholder did I draw? Wait, what? Am I blocking this out of my mind? Do I not have memories of this right now for some reason? Is this like a repressed memory or some shit? There'd be signs, he says, while puppeting the life-size Jabba suit and holding his collection of 30 crumbs. Yeah, true. Oh, that's crazy, Evan. Why do you have an entire collection of PSA graded Salacious Crumb cards? Oh, no reason. Yeah, no reason, man. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Just chill. Yeah, just relax. Ain't no thing. There be signs. The signs would be I would be live a lot more. And my commissions would be closed for the next year and a half. Yeah. I'd actually play video games again. Or some shit. I don't know, man. I gotta figure out what I like. I've actually really enjoyed doing some art that are sort of like redesigns, like fan art redesigns. And I think I might do the next, like I might try some of this out for other franchises and things that I like. Like I think it'd be cool to do like a Critical Role cast redesign. I think it'd be cool to do some World of Warcraft art for War Within when it comes out. There's a piece of art that I really want to do my take on that's by Dave Greco of a character I really adore in World of Warcraft named Illyria. And Illyria is this like cool elf, this like void elf that I always liked from old Warcraft 2 stories and shit. Her and Khadgar and, you know, Trollbane and whatever. They all went through the Dark Portal and did cool things. And now years later, Illyria's finally getting some recognition for being a mainline story character, even though she's been back in the plot since Legion. And Dave Greco actually did the concept art for her sort of update. So that's fucking cool. I'm pretty stoked about that. Maybe we should keep the armor sort of cooler. Or warmer. Actually, yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay. Okay. I changed my mind, alright? I changed my mind. Next, I need to change my fucking gloves. Holy shit. What's good, Thorkin? Are they closed the next year and a half anyway, or did I miss an opening announcement? Wait, what? What did my brain just forget about that we were talking about literally 25 seconds ago? What? What the fuck? What am I for? Okay, listen. Maybe I haven't had enough caffeine today or some shit. Wait, is what closed? I was like, what was I just talking about? That I said some shit about that. I'm confused. You gotta help me out, man. But yeah, I really want to do some more art and stuff for projects that I, you know, just fun little projects that don't have to have any big, like, massive world building implications or whatever. I find that with a lot of meaning and a lot of eyes on whatever project you're working on, sometimes there comes a amount of pressure that is good, welcome pressure, but you know, is still pressure. And sometimes it's nice to do some art that just doesn't have any pressure on it. It's just bullshit, whatever fun project thing you want to work on that day, that week, whatever. I think it's healthy for artists, you know? Maybe not. Maybe I'm just coping with some shit, but either way, cope I shall. I want to get into a habit this summer of like really being in a good workflow with things, you know? I want to really have a healthy sort of balance of work and video games, inspiration and health and whatever else, you know? I got ambitious goals for that shit this summer. I don't know how I'm gonna make it all happen, but we're gonna get there somehow, I think. Maybe I'll play through Baldur's Gate 3 again. That would be fun as shit. Are you kidding? If I could play through Baldur's Gate once more and have time to do it and whatever, that would be hella cool. Well back, Azura. Welcome back. The newest of the Silver Crumb dynasty. Is it working for you yet, Azura, on your PC side, or is it still not? Is it still giving you trouble? So I'm very concerned, alright? Concerned you just earned a new emote and aren't seeing it. Honestly, Twitch has been kind of whack recently. Weird things have been happening. Emotes not working, bullshit happening, like it's been a fucking thing. It's been a whole issue. At this point, I'm just like not really surprised to hear people having problems, but I'm still upsetted by it. Okay, what kind of red? It's kind of an orangey red, right? For Karlach. It's close enough. For our desaturated version. The Silver Crumb, Thorkin. The silverest of crumbs. I'm so impressed. I've been thinking about making real emotes for the bits tiers or whatever at some point in time. I don't know. My whole intention was not to ever lock like some sort of communicative emote behind a paywall and to just have it all be increasingly absurd versions of the already absurd emote. But I feel like maybe there's some missing value in there for people that have like cheered. It's like it used to be a meme and then it stopped being a meme and now I don't know what to do with it. So what does one do with a meme that is taken too far? Her hair is kind of dark gray, right? Yeah. It's like supposed to look black, but it's really kind of a dark silvery or gunmetal-y gray, sorry. Kind of the same thing with what's going on with her leather accessories as well. Thank you, Steph. Fuck yeah. What's up? Appreciate that. They know are cool since they are permanent after you get them. Oh, that's true, actually. Yeah. Extra added value in that then you can unsub forever and you still get the emote. I guess the only one that's like that in there is a Vanball Pog. Which I think is a necessary emote. Once the like I used to use Pog all the time, and once Gutex got cancelled and we couldn't use Pog anymore or else you'll get cancelled by Pokimane, I realized I needed my own Pog. So that's where that came from. It wasn't just like a D&D-ification of a Pog. It wasn't just so you could have Smork Pog. I actually once had somebody. I was watching another stream. I was watching a World of Warcraft stream from a World of Warcraft streamer, and I used a Vanable Pog when something happened. And this guy messaged me, added me in chat. He said, "Where the fuck did you get that emote?" And I said, "Oh, I made it, so I had my own like Smork Pog." And then he saw that it was for bits, and he came into my chat while I wasn't live, cheered 10,000 or 1,000 bits to get it, and said, "I will pay you $10 for that emote. Thank you." I was like, "Damn, all right, thanks, bro." Fucking easy plus 10, you know. So that was kind of funny. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Do I make this darker? I think I need to make this darker. The line work? Yeah, that sucks, but whatever. So I guess some people find some value in it, you know? Now if I change that emote, that guy will be so mad. Never once chatted in my chat, never watched one of my streams, nothing. Just came to my channel to buy that emote because he saw me use it in someone else's channel. And fucked off forever. The perfect emote enjoyer. I was considering doing for Karlach, like for her like nightly version of like this, doing her without the broken horn. But I feel like people wouldn't know who the fuck she was. I feel like Karlach is so easily and specifically identified by her broken horn. The asymmetry in there that I don't think I could actually repair it unless people, you know, knew the context of it ahead of time or something like that. It'd still be a bit of a pain in the ass. It'd be like making Astarion not pale and pasty and gross. Or making Gale not insufferable. They'd be like, who is this Baldur's Gate 3 fan art of? Surely it isn't Gale. This character is not insufferable. I actually wonder sometimes if people secretly really like Gale. They just don't want to admit it. Because they don't want the heat. You know? They're totally cool shit-talking. All the characters they don't like, and then people shit talk Gale. They're like, "Oh shit, this is an unpopular opinion. I can't like Gale." It's just you just gotta wonder, you know. These things make me contemplate at night. Worth Gale's neat. You like Gale? You like him? You're actually a Gale fan? Damn, bro. I had no idea. I had no idea there was anybody out there that was a pro Magic enjoyer Gale extraordinaire. But I have my suspicions. Alright. We're gonna make her armor... Let's keep going with this dark, or this light gray for all the fabric. I recall one Stasho telling me that he said I did fabric and metal together on armor really well. It's one of the most unique and interesting compliments about my work I've ever gotten. Maybe it wasn't a compliment. Maybe he was shit-talking me, actually. I don't know. To be real. I'm going to assume it was something supposed to be nice. I'll ask him at D&D tonight. It's Thursday, right? We're playing D&D, I think. Aren't we? Or is that next week? I don't know. We're taking a week off coming up here. I don't remember when or why. I guess I'll be prepared to play D&D if I must. And ready to not play if I must. I don't know where my players are right now. Actually, I have to go look at my notes. I'm having a real hard time keeping track of two games that are in fairly similar areas right now. I kind of need to, like, send one of my player groups through a portal and just have them fall into the abyss or some shit. And go somewhere completely different. so that I have different like landscapes or whatever in my brain. They're also very different games, right? Fishy's game, she is very interested in what's going on in the world. And my other game is more focused on the like players, if that makes sense, and their individual stories. So it's a very different vibe, I guess. I gotta like compartmentalize those both in my head. One game being super focused on like the Eldara story, the other like I have to remember individual characters' stories. Which is not a bad thing. It's just a different style of D&D, I guess. I wonder if this armor should be more silvery. Let's do a little bit of a desaturation on some pieces of armor. So there's a bit of a contrast, you know? She's supposed to be knightly, not completely red. Not monochromatic. I was thinking about putting in some other colors, like some blues and shit in this as well to contrast. Maybe we will. They'll do like blue checkers on the cloak. On the ramparted cloak design. I don't know what it's called, but I like when the cloaks have this sort of trim on them. I really want to do some sort of like medieval sort of knightly cloak design or whatever, and then have Ella's friend make it for her for the Ren Fair. Because we got to figure that out, man. It's coming up. It's here in August, and I gotta have a costume ready. I gotta be in it, you know. I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of nervous that I won't fit in, you know, for my very first Ren Fair. Now, is fitting in for the Ren Fair a good thing? I don't know. But I feel like I should at least make an effort to. I should at least try to. Instead of just snubbing the entire thing. Why is my brush? There we go. There we go. I fixed it. But I looked up a video to see what kind of things people wore to that specific Ren Fair. It seems like a lot of people wear like fantasy stuff as well. Like there's people dressed as like fairies and shit. So maybe I should lean into that and go super super Eldara. Dress up as a Sky Knight of Aldaria. Or something along those lines. Maybe it's a bad idea, I don't know. I don't really know what to expect out of that either. Kind of hoping it's pretty chill. That was my problem with the Society of Creative Anachronism, is they were a little intense. You know? Like I think that when you're like pretending to play Imagination Dragon game, you have to have this like healthy sense of like awareness in like the small amount of irony that is the silliness of you playing an Imagination Dragon game. I think some D&D players don't have that and they kind of get cooked on it. And definitely that's the vibe I got from the Society of Creative Anachronism. Like I tell a story about how I didn't bow before the throne or something. You know, when I like walked past it or whatever at the SCA thing that I was at. And this like guard dude was like, "Hey, you got to bow before the throne." I was like, I'm a revolutionary. Sorry, I don't recognize our king." And like I'm just joking, just whatever, you know? And they put me in jail. They put me in a cell off in the corner. They'd set up this like this like prison thing. And so I was like playing the part for a while, and I was like, oh man, you know, death to the king, whatever. And people were coming by and whatever, and it was like kind of a fun thing. And at one point in time, I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go back to see my cousins. And he was like, oh, you can't. I was like, wait, why not? He's like, what's up? And he's like, well, you're arrested, so you got to be in here for at least 2 hours. I'm like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna like, yeah, I'm gonna go now. He was like, well, you can't. You're not allowed to. I was like, okay. So like, here's how this is gonna go down, dog. You're gonna unlock this door, or I'm gonna call the fucking police. How's that sound? And I was arguing with him when somebody else came by. I wanted like someone who's nobility. And he was like, Jesus Christ, David, let the fucking kid out. What the fuck is wrong with you? The guy's like, what? He broke the law. The guy was like, holy fuck, you weirdo. You can't actually imprison a kid in like a fucking cell in our stupid little like whatever thing. It's kind of funny. Like, I was so nervous. He was so nervous. He like had the awareness of just like, uh-oh, this is gonna go really badly. Imagine kid calls police and is just like, hey, I'm being held captive in a Renaissance fair at a community center by some like overweight balding man in his 40s that's pretending to be a middle ages guard. Can y'all come help me out? Like, that would have been bad. That would have been real bad, bro. So I don't know. The SCA is a little intense for my taste. You know, not really my jam, I guess. But hopefully the Ren Fair is just kind of dumb fun. It put me off of it for a long time. I didn't like every time anyone would recommend or say like, "Yo, we're driving down to go to this like American Renaissance Fair or some shit." I'd always be like, it's kind of for losers. Like, I'm good. But it wasn't until like the internet became much more available. It's not like it wasn't available when I was 13, but it wasn't as available in 2003 as it is in 2024. So I didn't have like any videos or whatever. I didn't know what happened at Ren Fairs. I thought they were all as like serious and weird as the SCA one I went to. So maybe it's okay. Maybe I should try and enjoy this one. Right? How's the art? It's going well, Nick. I hope anyway. We're gonna see if the internet likes this one. I don't know. I'm gonna do my best. Lobster tends to be a lot more lax than recreational type stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It was just intensely weird how serious some people took it. You know, I just feel like there should be this just a second like a I don't know, a certain level of awareness. You know what I mean? Like just a smidge of awareness that you're playing imagination Renaissance game, basically, right? maybe I'm expecting too much. I don't know. Because like I get it, people take games seriously. Like I took World of Warcraft very seriously when I was young. When I didn't have much else going on, I took Warcraft extremely seriously. And so I guess if you live for your fucking SCA or Ren Fair or whatever it is event, and that's where you get to be like a badass and whatnot, and you get to be the guy, man. Like, I guess, sure, dude. Like, whatever. But it's just a little intense for me. It's a bit intense, man. When is your Ren Fair happening? It's more of a Canadian versus. Well, it wasn't a Ren Fair though. It was entities. They made very specific note that it was not a Ren Fair. It was the Society of Creative Anachronism. It was a reenactment of medieval ages, which is just a scuffed Ren Fair people take much too seriously. You're supposed to join SC as a heavy fighter. Well, make sure your helmet's sturdy enough, man. All right, what is it? Strathmore, Alberta Ren Fair. Strathmore Medieval Fair and Artisan Market. It is. Let's see. Friday, I'm guessing, to Sunday, I'm guessing. August 23rd through 25th. There it is. It's in 112 days, 15 hours, and 53 minutes. There you go, man. What do they got? They got knights, Vikings, merchants, and jousters. Vikings, knights, storytellers, minstrels, and magicians. There's something for all ages at the Dames Medieval Fair and Artisan Market. Sights and sounds to entertain and tantalize the senses. Come for a day or the whole weekend. The longer you wander, the more thou willst discover. Oh shit, we got Withers right in this bitch. Yo, you got live jousting, armored combat reenactment, Viking village, magic to take your breath away, tales of courage told by a handsome bard, pillory photo ops and other favorites, fight the night, pool noodle jousting for thine brood. Interested in being a part of the entertainment at the fair? Click on the link below to apply today. Wander the artisan market and wander all the sites. Ooh, that's Ella. Ella was invited to this market. So they invited her as an artisan craftsperson. Jewelry, gems, and powerful trinkets. That's Ella right there. That's hers. Blacksmith, swords, and armor with a U because Canadians don't know how to spell armor. Wood and leatherwork, toys, bits, and baubles. Are you a talented craftsperson? Dost thou wish to sell thy wares at the Strathmore Medieval Fair and Artisan Market? Sell thine wares? Hear ye, join us to enter to win our Medieval Fair and Artisan Market costume contest. Dust off thy coif, oil thine targe, target. Sorry, it's a French word, I forgot. Glitter thy unicorn horn. Let's not, listen, bro. Let's not glitter our unicorn horns. I don't want to see anyone's glittery unicorn horn. Let's just fucking chill on that one, okay? Ren Fair, fucking relax. Wilt thou stand before our judges, the magical woodland fae? A lady or lord? A mighty wizard or warrior? Immerse yourself in medieval fun to enter the costume contest. With separate categories for children, teens, and adults. The whole family may enter. To the feast. Oh, there's a feast, dude. Oh, what a splendid and enchanting feast for you to attend. The combination of delectable food and captivating entertainment from the royal court is an extraordinary experience. As the guests are indulging in this sumptuous feast, the skilled members of the royal court are sure to keep you mesmerized with their talent. The singers and dancers will transport you to another realm, creating the atmosphere of joy and delight. The royal storyteller will weave a tale of adventure, love, and magic, capturing the imagination of those present. The court magician will perform awe-inspiring tricks, leaving the audience in awe and wonderment. Wow. How much are tickets for that shit? Don't be like 80 bucks. Don't be like 80 bucks. Don't be 80 bucks. Just don't be 80 bucks. Feast. They just said that when it is. Oh, okay. The feast ticket, $75. Okay. What do you get for $75? Choice of garden salads, roast brisket, and roasted hog. Wait, actually, that's legit. Potatoes and seasoned vegetables, roast with fresh herbs. You know that the fucking the barbecue out there is gonna be good. And then you get some cool desserts, man. That's nice. Oh, there's a magician. The song and dance. Angus and Dalina. Wow. Wow, dude. This seems legit, man. They got some pictures. Let's see what some photos we got. Yo, you can buy some stuff there, man. Wait, these aren't good photos. Yeah, these aren't, they don't have real photos. Fuck that shit, man. Get out of here. There's some videos I saw. I don't know, man. Should be fun. My first real Ren Fair, because apparently SCA... I'm sure at SCA, not everyone at SCA is a fucking pathetic psychopath. It's just a lot of the ones I met were... And so maybe it's my, like... It was also a long time ago. I'm sure if I went to an SCA event now, I'd have a lovely time. Will I? Probably not. But I'll sure as fuck go to Ren Fair, because Ella's selling dice there. So... what's up, 10 you guys? What's up? Good to see you. Bit different. The SCA focus on historical stuff, but not as serious as people who do reenactments. They mix multiple centuries together. Yeah, SCA is cool. You know, my cousin, he fought in the SCA. He earned the title of knight. I guess you have to be good at fighting to earn the title of knight in the SCA. That, or you have to like pay somebody enough money. I don't know how it works. I don't know if it's like fucking karate belts at like community karate class where your mom just like slips the instructor a 50 and suddenly you're a green belt. I don't know if it's like that for SCA or if it's some serious shit, but yeah, the dudes that take it seriously take it a little too seriously. Although they are considered to be kind of pussies, though. There was this other like fighting, like medieval fighting league in Alberta. I believe it was called like the Sons of Fenrir or something. And those guys used real metal weapons to hit each other. Not sharp metal weapons, but they used actual metal weapons. And they thought the SCA idiots were all pussies for using wooden weapons to smack each other. Ultimately, I am anti-concussion, so I don't really want to do either. You know, I don't think that the Sons of Who Asked are any more interesting than the Society of Creative Virgins or whatever. You know, because okay, I'm kidding. I'm done shitting on SCA. I just think it's funny. It's easy. No, I'm not about that. I'm not about getting a fucking concussion playing Knight or whatever. That shit's dangerous. It stacks up. You get hit enough in the head with a wooden or metal weapon, doesn't matter what size of helmet you're wearing, and you're risking some shit. You gotta be pretty good if you're going into it. You gotta be pretty good, pretty well trained, pretty you know, safe. Know how to absorb a hit. Know how to mitigate damage and all that, and you'll probably be fine. But I've taken a couple of bad concussions in my life, and I'm just not going to risk them right now because they're cumulative. Hey, something that we didn't realize for the longest time, that concussions were cumulative. You take a concussion, you can like only take so many serious concussions in your lifetime before you're kind of like drinking from a fucking straw, and they put you out on a porch to be comfortable or with a blanket over your lap or whatever. So I've had my concussions. I'm not messing around with those anymore. Had a real bad concussion when I was a kid. Scared the shit out of my parents. Sorry, scared the shit out of my mom. My dad was just like, it's fine, he'll walk it off. My mom was like screaming, crying. We gotta go to the hospital, freaking out. Thought I was gonna die. Holy shit. If I go back in time and slap the shit out of my mom and be like, calm yourself, woman. In like the comical sort of like Monty Python. No. No, the doctors like shook some sense into her. They were like, your kid's not gonna die. He just has a really, really bad concussion. Just wake him up in the middle of the night and make sure he doesn't think he's a frog. Oh, my dad was so chill about it. He was like, it's fine. I had worse when I was a kid. Little bastard will sleep it off. So, but I don't mess around with concussions anymore. It actually dented my skull, hey? I have an uneven brow bone, uneven eyebrows because of that concussion. I basically ran head first in like his full speed into another kid, and we smacked heads. I wonder how damaged and fucked up that kid got from it. But I had a huge black eye, half my face was bruised, and my skull is actually dented. I have a slight, you can't see it unless I tilt my head all the way up and I take my hat off, but my brow bone is actually dented on one side slightly. It's asymmetrical, and I didn't realize it was asymmetrical until some bitch pointed it out in art class in university, and it fucked me up ever since. Like, why would you tell me that? Why would you tell me my brow is uneven? Holy shit. Why would you do this to me? She's like, I'm sorry, man. God damn it. All right, let's go for lunch and you're buying me pizza. She was like, all right. God damn it. I haven't been able to unsee it ever since. No, so I don't mess around with concussions, bro. I'm not about that. I ain't getting into any combat sports that involve the risk of concussions anymore. It's just not gonna happen for me. I'm too scared. Too much of a wuss now. You get knighthood for single combat, heavy fighting. Yeah, that shit. Teach their own. I had my first fight practice last weekend and got whacked pretty good. Yeah, man. As long as you're being safe, you're fine. It's just you gotta know how to take hits. You gotta, you know, and you gotta not have too much of a history of getting the shit kicked out of you. If you haven't had too many serious concussions, you can probably like fuck around for a couple of years and be totally fine. But if you've like been in sports, Oda, and you've had concussions through your childhood and young adulthood, you best be careful, man. I'd worry about you. That or you become the ultimate ace giga Chad combatant and never get fucking hit, man. You just kill everyone that stands in front of you, relentlessly beat the shit out of them with your sword stick, and then never take a hit like an absolute badass. Either way, I want to see videos of you fucking someone's day up. I want to see videos, man. I want to see the actual live streams or whatever. I don't know if SCA still does events in Calgary. Maybe I should go to one. SCA Alberta events. Let's see. No, I'm not looking for SCA's The Little Mermaid. That's not what I'm looking for. Shine Christian Academy. No, that's not what I'm looking for. SCA Community Association. Is that it? Alberta Renaissance Fairs, SCA and LARP events. There we go. That's what we're looking for. All right, we got the Red Deer Highland Games. Okay. We got the Vegreville Medieval Fair. We got the Sherwood Park Highland Gathering. The Days of Yore in Rosebud Park, Didsbury. Ooh. Strathmore Medieval Fair. That's what we're looking for. Military Museum Summer Skirmish. Oh my god, that would be actually be amazing. Canmore Highland Games, Calgary Highland Games. Jesus, where's some... Oh, wait. This was fairs. Okay, fairs. We got LARP events. There are LARP events in Alberta? I could go to a LARP event? Refuge LARP Calgary April, May, June, August event. Lions Youth Camp Mountain View. Wait, hold on. And reenactment. We've got, okay, Society of for Creative Anachronism. The Avocal Winter War and the Avocal Spring. Oh, that's right. That was our like fucking our like make believe shit, like our LARP kingdom or whatever. Avocal. That's right. Oh, it's in Wetaskiwin. Fuck Wetaskiwin. I ain't going to Wetaskiwin. Other events. We got Calgary Expo and Grand Con. What the fuck is that? Okay, what is this? What is this? What is Refuge LARP Calgary? Okay, hold on. I need to know. New player info. Getting started. All right. Hold up. Thank you, Azalea. You know it's popular as well? It is. We highly recommend starting by reading the new player's guide. It's a treasure trove of information specifically aimed at new players. Any of the references can be found here. Oh, no, I want the like species of refuge. So you can be an Avani. You can be a dark elf. You can be a dryad. You can be a dwarf. You can be an elva. You can be halfling. That's exactly the guy that would cosplay as a halfling. I'm so proud of this. An ogre. You can be an orc. You can be a human. You can be a God damn it. It was bound to happen. I'm surprised we got this far, to be honest. I'm surprised we got this far, to be perfectly honest, before some furry shit comes down the line. God damn it. God fucking damn it. I was rooting for you guys, man. All right, you can be a Realm Sworn. You can be a Stellarin. You can be a Stone Elf. Sil Adrin. And that's it. Which would I be? I think I should be a Dryad. Can there be male Dryads in this game? Probably. LARP. I want to be the rare male Dryad. That's what I want to be. But I want to be a Warcraft Dryad. To be a Stellarin is to be a member of a species of a fallen stars. With unique heritage comes extraordinary birthright. Every Stellarin is connected to every other member of their species via a deep and subtle empathic bond. This means when two Stellarins meet for the first time, they are much more likely to get on well with each other. Oh, so this is what you choose if you're an antisocial weirdo that doesn't want to have to do icebreakers with other people. This is the I don't want to start in like not only for, but this is for I don't want to start in a bar. I want to already be best friends with the party kind of start. All right. Is it weird that I think that this is more cringe than the SCA? I don't know, man. It's about like, I will say at least the SCA doesn't have furries. So no, this is cool, man. I should go check this shit out, man. Like really, we got some campaigns. Terra Nox. Answer the call of Terranath. Join the heroes of Lavan as they seek to liberate the island nation of Salvanor from the clutches of the tyrannical Lich King Kirix. Help unravel the mysteries of the beacon and discover its nature of power. This is cool. This is dope, man. Listen, say what you will, LARPers have some fun, bro. They have some fun. They know what's up. I should run a LARP. You think the SCA doesn't have furries? You know the SCA doesn't have furries. Because the SCA is all about like historically accurate whatever. Yeah, no, I mean unless it's changed. Okay. Does the SCA allow furries? So there's fur for furries and the scales for scalers. Wait, okay, hold on. Society for Creative Anachronism. Why is it when I search for the Society of Creative Anachronism on Google, the first thing that comes up is scandal? I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna click it. Lawsuit against the Society for Creative Anachronism thrown out because it's untimely. What's the drama? I want to know. The plaintiffs were members of the Kingdom of Antir, Barony of Babtha, and Oyer from 2006 to 2021. Plaintiff Lori Parker served as in a leadership position for the Kingdom of Antir Youth and Family Achievement Group. Unpaid volunteer position. Harassed and removed. Oh, this isn't fun. This is just like somebody complaining about stuff. Damn it. I hope there was some shit like why I quit the SCA from Avacal 35 years ago. Oh. Okay. All right, we're gonna go back to the cute furry things on the Ren Fair shit. This is way more chill. Okay, cool. So like, I wonder if Canada has any permanent Ren Fairs. Largest Ren Fair in Canada. Let's see. The Oxford Renaissance Fair outside of London, Ontario. That's Ontario though. And if I go to Ontario, I'll have to like fucking learn to speak French or some shit. What is this? Renaissance Fair, Niagara, Wentworth, Robin the Hood, Glengarry, Royal Medieval. Oh, there we go. Okay. The Oxford Renaissance Fair. All right, this is the one we're going to, boys. This is the one we're going to. How much is this shit gonna cost? Wait, was that a furry? Was that? Hold on. Wait. Was that? Hold on. Wait. Wait. Let me just run this video back real quick. God damn it! Damn it! They let the furries into this one too. Fuck, man. All right, how much are tickets? It better be discounted because there's gonna be furries there. Let's see. Thorndale Fairgrounds. I don't know what the fuck that is. 55 minutes away from Kitchener. No one cares about Kitchener. Renaissance. So September 20. Oh, so this is a fall Renaissance Fair. Okay. All right. So we got $33 for an adult or $40 for weekend pass. Wait, they got full contact jousting? Ah, Jesus. Sorry. Yo, that guy got fucked up. Wait, that guy got his shit kicked in. God, this is peak overweight 42-year-old white men. This is just peak nerd right here. You buy a horse, you make a suit of armor. Oh my god, dude. I should go to this. Yo, Thorkin and I should go to this. Alright, fuck that. Check Discord, the SCA kingdom that's in Alberta. Oh, is this this is Alvacon or whatever? Yeah, Avacal. Yeah. I've been to one of these events, Oda. I've been to one before. I know all about Avacal. I wonder who's the king right now. Avacal royalty. Okay, let's see who the king of Avacal is. The current and future sovereigns of Avacal who rule the kingdom by right of arms, armored combat. It's this loser. The king and queen are selected by the crown tournament, where the victor and his or her inspirations are declared heirs to the griffin throne of Avacal. That's fucking legit. Yo, I bet this guy absolutely shit on everyone else. If you are king of your like what little kingdom, you absolutely have to utterly shit on everyone else there. Holy man. Oh, you got previous kings and shit? Oh, that's sick, dude. Yeah, that's actually sick. You got branches? Yo. I don't know, maybe I should go to an SCA event. Maybe it's been a long time. Maybe I should find my... I bought a dagger there. I don't know why they let me to sell me a... Dude, they sold a 13-year-old like a 10-inch dagger for like $70 or whatever. I don't know what that merchant was thinking, but... in your quick video, I forgot about the one in London. Come say hi if you go to... I will. We'll go to Renaissance Fair or whatever. I used to LARP. Did Amped Guard? What is Amped Guard? What the fuck is an Amped Guard? And what... So how does it work? Did you have like a whole ass cosplay? Because I feel like LARPers are actually secretly the best cosplayers. I could be wrong about this. But I have this like theory that LARPers are just like giga cosplayers. You know? Maybe I'm wrong. Actually, I don't want to do any highlights just yet. I need to finish the rest of it. So I need to think about this as far as how it's going to look for TikTok. That's what I need to do. All right. Okay. I'm good. Wait. Has the garb / cosplay been painted my face for like the big weekend long events? That's fucking sick, dude. I swear, man, LARPers are actually the most serious and best cosplayers. Okay, why is my brush shrinking? I don't want this. How do I... Shape dynamics, type jitter off. There we go. There we go. I had a friend who made LARP gear or whatever, and her stuff was amazing. I love seeing that shit. Secretly the best cosplayers, no cap. I want to see Oda in his armor. I gotta see what he's, you know, what he looks like. I want to see the LARPers, man. I want people just to share their non pen and paper creativity and be celebrated for it. We focus too much on visual painting and art and shit. Not enough on the crafters, in my opinion. Gotta make our guild Discord more crafter friendly. You know, I thought it already was, but I don't know. LARP equals cosplay plus TTRPG. Exactly. Exactly. Jesus Christ, Senex. 1 year? Holy fuck. Thank you, Senex. I appreciate that. What's up?
Yay,
What's up, dude?
1 year.
What's good? How's it going? Good. Hi, dude. Dude, seriously, thank you. Thank you for one. Dude, you got a new sub badge. Oh shit. Thank you, Senex. I appreciate that. How you doing, bro? What's up? What's good? Senex, what do you think? Should we all go to Ren Fair this year? What do you think? Is it worth it? So I'm slowly being convinced by chat this morning that I should go and seek out the big Ren fairs in Canada. I want to go to whatever that big one that Fox was telling me about in the US, but it's on the East Coast somewhere. And that sounds like a lot of effort and a lot of work, you know? Now I'm in loaner gear, but I'm in the works to make my own once I get the funds. Oh, fair enough. Okay, sick. Dude, I saw this guy. Okay, so at the, I remember this so distinctly. I don't remember why, but at the SCA event that I went to, one of my cousin's friends knocked the shit out of this guy who bro thought he was so like impressive by buying expensive armor. Like he didn't make his own or anything like that. He bought his like armor, which isn't a bad thing, but he bought his armor from like a fancy armor maker from Europe, right? Like most guys had a suit of armor that cost like $1,000 or whatever, and this was like 20 years ago. But this dude had a set of armor that cost him like 20 grand or whatever, Oda, and he had this specialty titanium helmet made for him. And I guess nobody told him that you want your helmet to be as heavy as possible. And the dude got knocked the fuck out and sent to the hospital. And everyone thought it was so hilarious that Brother James over here spends way too much money on his armor, doesn't buy the right kind of armor, and got fucking injured because of it. So, I don't know, man. I'm excited to see what you make. Some big-ass dense pauldrons and shit. What kind of helmet, what style of helmet would you want to make? Because I think that there's a lot of cool ones you can do. I think the whole like making your own armor to fight in is like peak SCA. You basically won the tournament at that point in time. You've won the competition. The inferiority of your competitors is already determined. A Viking persona. Oh shit. But I didn't. So, man, that's sick. Like, I roast the LARPers and the cosplayers and stuff all the time because, you know, it's funny. But I think it's so cool, bro. The creativity, the enthusiasm, the not giving a shit, just doing what you want. It's all really fun. I wish I had friends to go to Ren Fair with, you know? I think that's the best. Get the boys together, go to Ren Fair for the weekend. The best I've had was going to the Excalibur in Las Vegas with the boys. Don't get me wrong, ain't a bad thing. Ain't a bad thing whatsoever. Still a good time. But it's not quite the same, you know? Yarn guards are super cool. Yarn guards were dope, yeah. I'm good at sewing because of LARP. I also got really good at weaving belts out of paracord. Oh, shit, okay. That's a fucking skill right there. You need the weight to absorb the energy as a balance somewhere in between too heavy to wear and too light to protect. Yeah, dude got kicked, man. Dude got absolutely assed. Dumpstered, even. Our Vikings didn't really wear much armor to begin with, so I still haven't fully decided. Yeah, I mean, like, what? I mean, a Viking helmet is not, like... A Viking helmet doesn't have much face protection, does it? It's just, like, around the nose. Or whatever. Yeah, some shit like this or whatever, right? Obviously not that fancy. But that's not enough protection, because if you get clocked in the jaw, like, you got a broken jaw, you know? Like, that's pretty intense. They weren't, like, full helmets or whatever, right? The top or whatever, like, had chainmail. They're more anti-slashing than just, like... Well, maybe some of them were, I don't know. I don't know what's the proper historically accurate Viking helmet. Yo, show up with this. Holy shit, man. Show up with feathers and shit on your helmet. What the fuck? $200? Yeah, I should buy this. I'd rather go to the Texas Ren Fair this fall. So I was told not to go to the Texas Ren Fair by Guapo. He said it was far out in the middle of nowhere. That's gonna be a long trip, Nix, but I hope it's good. I hope it's worth the travel. Definitely take photos. I want to see because I looked at the Texas Ren Fair as well. I think because it's the biggest one in the U.S. and I wanted to go to the biggest one. What I want to do is I want to see one of the permanent Ren Fairs. You know, I want to see one of the permanent ones that like, they have like buildings and shit all year round. They just like open it up during the summer weekends or whatever. Underneath there's an iron cage, mouth guard, and you wear a gorget. Oh, okay, that's fair. Bring back winged helmets? No. No. We're not doing it. You can't make me. Nope. I'm not drawing Karlach with a winged helmet on, Blaze. You might think that I want to, but I don't. Nope. Whoever told you that was lying. Completely unrelated, I played 25 hours of Manor this weekend. I swear it. I feel like an art god this week. So is Manor fun, or is it like... Is Manor fun, or is Manor like playing Crusader Kings? Because like the thing is, Crusader Kings is great, but it's not actually fun. Like no one is ever enjoying themselves while playing Crusader Kings, but they do it out of obligation. And I'm worried that Manor Lord's gonna be the same thing. Because I have Manor Lord on my Xbox Game Pass that I've recently acquired. And I want to try it, but I'm concerned that it is going to be not fun. Like, I guess... like the demographic for like a game like Crusader Kings is like divorced men who own more than 400 books. And I'm just not that smart. So maybe Crusader Kings is fun for somebody. But no, I did want to try Mandalore. Actually, it looked really cool. You enjoy City Build? It's fantastic. Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna try it actually. I think so. How big is it? Hold on. That's the question. I don't have a ton of room on my computer right now. I need to... I have a bunch of stuff backed up on multiple hard drives right now because I had some issues. So I need a bigger hard drive for my main games hard drive. So Manor Lord is... Let's see. Recently added. Manor Lords. Game pre... Oh, is the game preview? What the fuck? It is... Oh, it's only 10 gigabytes. I'll install that shit. Yo, install, bro. Yo, I'm gonna get it. Look at it. I can build a little city. I'm building me a city. Look at all these nerds out here. Look at them all, man. I was watching XQC stream the other night, and he was playing Age of Empires 4. Has anyone here played Age of Empires 4 yet? Because I have a very hot take that I don't like about Age of Empires 4, and I feel like I might be wrong or crazy. I think that Age of Empires 4 looks like shit. Maybe everyone is playing on super low settings, but honestly, every time I see Age of Empires 4, it looks infinitely worse than Age of Empires 2. Like, what the fuck? What the hell happened, boys? Like, dude, how did this happen? I actually bought Age of Empires 4 because a friend of mine worked on the project. He was he like did all the walls and a bunch of textures and shit and 3D models and whatnot. He was a 3D artist, and I felt so bad because I didn't want to tell him I actually refunded the game. I bought it on Steam. I played it for like an hour and then I refunded it because I was like, this is not fun. This looks like trash, and I'm gonna wait for them to do like an update or some shit on it, right? But holy shit, man. I was like watching XQC play it and I was like, they didn't improve anything. The game still looks like garbage. What the heck? Like, what happened, you know? I have more than 400 books, luckily not divorced. Yeah, well, there you go. You might somewhat enjoy Manor Lord then, you know, or Crusader Kings. I don't know, bro. Unfortunately, Elm, you did not get a green dragon today, but thank you for trying. If you got a green dragon, I would have stopped everything to draw a green dragon for you. I hope you understand that. I take the green dragon check very seriously every day. It's still in early access and doesn't have all the features, but it's still great. I'll try it. It looks fun. Looks like more fun than AoE 4. Yeah, AoE 2 or bust. Well, I mean, really, like, am I crazy? Does it... hold on. Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Okay. Age of Empires 4 gameplay. Let's compare here. Let's compare. Hold on. Age of Empires 4 units. Search that. There we go. Is this the right one? Sure. Oop, 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 oop. Like, I feel crazy. I understand they're lower res in AoE 2. But I think even then, zoomed out, they just look better. There's like more texture to them. There's more detail. These ones are like too smooth and like rendered and shit. You know? And you look at the gameplay, it's just like all flat sort of whatever weird rendered textures. I don't know, man. Like I was watching XC play it, and every time I've watched gameplay of this shit, it just always looks infinitely worse. And I feel like I'm crazy. He really just does look cleaner. Right? Like maybe in the video, I don't know, like Age of Empires 4 gameplay. Please don't be loud. Okay, good. Like, why is everything so like smooth and like you know what this looks to me like? This looks to me like a mobile game. So the environment's actually really nice. I think the environment looks great, but the actual like buildings and units, right? Like look at this. The units themselves and the buildings look. I mean, okay. Look at these units right here. Like, what the hell? I feel like I feel like I'm losing my mind. It's like there's no shot. This is a game that came out last year. And it's so funny. I'm not like just being biased for the sake of it, but I actually do think the walls look the best, which is the thing my friend Alan worked on. You know, like look at them fighting. It's just so weird and smooth. And like low res. It looks like the graphics are turned down to like decimal, like 0.1. The buildings, some of the buildings look okay, but the units definitely just look horrifying. Compared to like Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Like, how do the units look so much better? There's more like depth and texture to them. How do the villagers look better in Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition? Let's do some combat. Bro, fight some shit. No, I don't want some naval battles. I want to see some unit on unit action. Look at these spearmen. See, look at them. You get your speary boys. They're just getting in there. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm crazy. I'm going losing my mind on this shit. Either way. Either way. In fact, Mandalore is also solo dev project, which is mind-blowing because it's honestly better than some AAA and doesn't have nearly as much bugs, really. What happens if I roll 1 on a dragon check? Do I draw one? Yeah, if you get a 1, you have to draw one, so. I'm always wary of settlement and city builders, so much abandonware in that genre. Yeah, man, there's a bunch that I've really loved over the years, but they just don't update them. Like, dude, I should make one. I should fucking make one. I should spend like 2 weeks doing it. Holy shit. The Realms of Eldara settlement built like Kingdom Builder. Dude. Kingdoms Reborn made by like 3 people and looks snappier. What's Kingdoms Reborn? Kingdoms Reborn. Sounds like a game that I would enjoy as a man in his mid-30s. Oh, I've seen this on Steam. Is this actually good? I've seen this on Steam. It kind of looks like the gameplay looked a little meh to me, but is it actually good? Yeah, Steam tries to recommend me this and then some like North fucking Guard game or whatever. Some like Viking wait, where is it? Where's Steam? It wants me to play that, and if I just search the word North. Oh, Northgard, okay. What they call Northgard. And it keeps recommending me the whatever Kingdom game and then this game. It wants me to play some Viking fucking expansion, something or another game. I don't know. Looks less fun than Age of Empires, so I haven't tried it yet. But it is co-op though. So I could play with Ella, and I enjoy Ella. Like Ella does make games at least like low double-digit percentage better, like 13 to 16% better. So it was good. Combat is blah. That's fair. Can I work on like a random rock so I can say I worked in the game industry as on my resume? Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, you can if you want to paint rocks, Thorkin. You're fucking hey man. You can be a rock painter. Hell yeah. As a accomplished artist, I am above painting rocks in my video game projects. So, if you want to lower yourself to the rock painting role, I guess I could allow you to be my unpaid intern. My unpaid interns are going to be you, Venus, and Sharkrat. And McBluff. All of y'all. I'll just hire all the kids from the community. All the youngins. To paint rocks as interns in the games industry. That's what we'll do, man. The other card's alright, okay. Is it worth $30? Because that's where they lose me, is the like it goes in sale though, I suppose. You know? Lace Stars, that's pretty good. City Builder, resource management puzzle game. Lace Stars, I've never even heard of that. It's completely new to me. Sarah. I'm getting Lazel trauma flashbacks when you say that though. So maybe I should just play the ultimate city builder again that I've been playing for years. Baldur's Gate 3. Maybe that's what I do. Put time into the ultimate game. Who needs new games when you can just play the same game again, right? I have a friend though, and she says that her autism demands that she plays the same game for 15 years. And she said that Baldur's Gate 3 is that game now that she will play for thousands of hours. And that's just it. The game that she played before is Dragon Age, apparently. She's played Dragon Age over and over and over again. I don't know how I don't know how autism works, but apparently it does that to you sometimes. So says her, and you know, fucking get after it if that's your game now. I kind of love that, actually. It's sort of like millennial men playing Diablo 2 in 2024. So me. Actually, I'm a youngin'. You're still a youngin', Thorkin. You're still in that. You're not as young as the other youngins, but you still got a lot of time and a lot of career in front of you, bro. Oh, GTFO, not the same genre, but it's fun. GTFO? I haven't heard GTFO. It's a Tibetan-themed city builder. Bubonic plague sweeps through the lowlands. Your citizens flee to the highlands and try and rebuild. Well, that's cool. Nothing like a good old plague to, you know, kickstart the game. There's like, man, I haven't played any city builders recently, but I wonder if there's any other good ones on Game Pass. Because, like, I kind of want to play... If Man of Lord doesn't work out, what else do I get from this shit? What should I play on here? Oh, Tomb Raider's on here now. Wow. Another Crab's Treasure. I saw Fishy playing this yesterday. I could play Assassin's Creed Valhalla and upset Thorkin. What's trending? Okay, Manor Lords, Another Crab's Treasure, Euden Chronicle, Fallout. I don't play Fallout. Sea of Thieves, no shot. These games suck, man. Yo, I could play Starfield. I could try Starfield. I like space. Top-rated Metascore games. Okay, what do we got? Tunic, Yakuza, Crusader King. Oh, Vampire Strikers, man, that's dope. I love the shit out of that. Starfield. There's no shot Starfield has an 85 Metacritic score. That's not. That's cap. Starfield got absolutely torn apart. Starfield. 83 on Metacritic. Okay, maybe I should try it for myself. Cocoon, Dead Cells, Dead Space, Sea of Stars. I tried this. I played this game for like 25 minutes and immediately abandoned it. I should play through Shadowrun again. Guilty Gear. No, I have a girlfriend, so I don't need to play Guilty Gear. Legends of Runeterra? No. Yeah. I don't know, man. There's some good games in here. Maybe I should search, like, City Builder. Before We Leave? Is that one good? Airborne Kingdom. Manor Lords. Bulwark. Oh, these games are... You have to pay for these games. Oh, fuck that shit. I'm not paying for any of that. I'm paying for garbage, bro. I can play Airborne Kingdom. Lame. Fuck that. Time for more Baldur's Gate 3, apparently. Baldur's Gate 3 and Age of Empires. That is how I'm going to live my life from now on, so... oh well. Frostpunk, it's good, is it? Shadowrun's so fun. I added all 3 games. Shadowrun's great. I like Shadowrun. I'm a Shadowrun enjoyer. I never finished the games, but I played Shadowrun the TTRPG growing up. I've always enjoyed the cyberpunk genre of games. Always been a big fan of it. Cyberpunk, Blade Runner, that whole aesthetic. We gotta start actually painting some of our highlights and details on here. Kind of waiting to the end because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna format this. So normally when I've done for my TikToks, I've done like the sort of Sam Yang style, like view whatever, sped up you drawing thingies. What I'm gonna do for the other for the colored in version is just the images changing. So it'll take a lot less work, hopefully. Hopefully. That'll be nice, because that took way too long today for not that much of a return, but oh well, it's the way it goes, man. When you're a nobody. We'll see if we can paint Shadow Harden today as well. Kind of curious to see how these will do. I don't know. I have no basis for how to judge them, you know? Redoing Legends of Runeterra in the next few months. Are they? I never played Legends of Runeterra. Is it good? That shit fun? Okay, hold up. I gotta get my new water. Let me go grab a new water real quick. Whilst I'm gone, here, be enamored by this this replaying TikTok. Wait, will this skip or will it just keep replaying? I hope it'll just keep replaying. Alright, be right back. 1 second. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Dear me. Yo. Yo. Yo, we chilling. Yo, sorry. Took me a minute. There's a moose fight in my front yard. As a Canadian, you have to observe all moose fights. You never know when they're gonna mess your car up, so can't let moose fight unattended, I guess. Break one of your windows, man. It's the whole thing. You gotta file an insurance claim for it. You gotta deal with some shit. It's a whole endeavor. I'm telling you. Canadians know. Canadians understand. It's a national responsibility of all Canadians. Did I record it? Nah. You see that shit all the time here. They didn't, like, really fuck each other up. They just, like, were mad at each other and banging shit around and whatnot. It happens. Now, when two moose are really trying to kill each other, that's a thing that you need to watch. And that's when you pull the phone out. When you're like, oh shit, one of these guys is going to actually murder the other. I'm going to get this stuff on Instagram. But nah. Alright. Ooh, wait. Should this be on a layer? Nah, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. You don't see that shit? You recorded it for us, not for yourself? Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, you recorded for insurance purposes? Actually a good point. Yeah. I mean, they know if they see, like, because, like, a moose will do more damage to your car than just to your windows. They're like, oh, yeah, bud, that's a moose. Yeah, I really got in there and gave her, eh? That was a real good one there, eh, bud? Oh, yeah. Fucking right. Next time, bust out the coffee crisp, eh, bud? Yeah, listen, moose don't mess around. You never try and fight a moose, all right? That's like a thing you learn, I guess, you know? This image of a vaguely moose-shaped dent in my car, that shenanigans happen. Money, please? Yeah. Well, here's the secret. The insurance company won't give you money for your damaged car regardless of if it was your fault or not, so it doesn't really matter, let's face it. They're not going to do you any favors anyway. My old CMs, when I worked in Canada, had a moose obliterate their car. Insurance said because they didn't have any evidence in the vehicle, they reject the damages. Damn, bro. I don't know where Buddy lived, but typically insurance is pretty good about that kind of stuff. Fight a moose if you want to test out which afterlife exists. Yeah, moose I think are the most moose are I think the most lethal Canadian animal. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure moose kill more people every year from running into them than like bears or anything else. Like bears don't really kill people all that often. You know? Bears are pretty chill, and every time somebody does die to a bear, you always ask why, and you always find out that they're like usually a tourist, and they absolutely deserved it. You know, there's just certain times, certain things that you hear that you're like, oh yeah, you asked for that. I'm sorry, bro. Not happy something bad happened to you, but also like Kind of asked for that one. You know, moose are scary huge. They are huge. People don't realize how big they are, right? Like here. Here's how big moose are. Where's a good photo? A good scale comparison photo. Yeah, sure. That works. The fuck? Yeah, that's how big a moose is. So that's a sedan. That's a moose. Yeah. So I'm trying to find a picture of a giant moose that hasn't just been fucking shot. Is that a real moose? No, it's a fake moose. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see. It's like in front of the truck, but not too far in front of the truck. So they're pretty huge, dude. Like look at this. Look, I'm not sure how tall she is, but like look at this chick holding a fucking moose, whatever, antler rack. Like that's substantial. Substantial. They're not terribly aggressive though. They don't mess around. Like you just give a moose space. It's not like it's ever gonna be like hunting you or something. So you're usually pretty safe around them. You just give them their space, man. Moose fear nothing but grizzly bears where I live. So even like the large like jungle cats and shit where I live don't mess with moose all that often. It's usually only bears. So can you pet a moose? Nah. The dead moose, of course, yeah. Wait, on the wall in the Texas Roadhouse the other day said she wanted to ride it. Okay, fair enough. They're ranked #1 most dangerous animal in Canada land. Yup. Attempt to eat your hand or gore you more often than not. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of a moose biting a person around here. It's always you know, either person got too close to moose and got gored, or person hit a moose, and that's the only reason they have a high kill count. Their KDA is really high in Canada, though. So, take a moose in a 1v1 low diff, yeah? You think? Yeah, get him. Yeah, get it. Mess that moose up. 1v1 that moose, get eat for a year, man. That's what you do. Try hard enough, you can pet most animals, whether you make it out. Yeah. They're chill as long as you don't get too close to them. Yeah, they're usually pretty relaxed. I mean, the moose around here, like, they'll walk down the fucking street and shit in Canada. In, like, the Rockies. I mean, there was a really popular video a little while ago of moose fighting in a community. From somewhere around here, I think. Oh no, this is from Alaska. But yeah, as you deal with this shit. This is what you worry about with your car. If you got the burbs going and there's some moose like talking shit in your front yard or whatever, they'll mess your grass up, bro. They'll hit your garage door. They'll break a tree down. They'll mess your car up. Look at them, man. They're so angry. Like your average Redditors complaining about something that doesn't even, they don't really get hurt by this stuff. It's fine. They just sort of, they just kind of hate each other a bunch and then they just waddle away in opposite directions. Don't get near you and you put your hand out, they almost always go food. Yeah. That's weird. I've never heard of anyone getting bitten by a moose around here. Maybe I just don't know people that would hold their hand out to a moose. It's just I don't know. Maybe it's a tourist thing, I guess. Who knows, dude? It's been a long time since I heard of a moose doing anything to a person around here. You know what? Moose are so majestic. I say let them have Canada. Let's all go move to the US. Fuck it. I want to move somewhere where it's warm. Like, what's the weather in, like, Alabama today, you know? Why am I sitting in Canada freezing my ass off? When I could live in Alabama. Or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what's a warm place in America that I could live. I still think I should move to the south, even though Fishy keeps telling me it's not all that. I have my suspicions she's just trying to hide it from me. She's trying to keep it all the beignets, all the sweet tea, all the apple pie to herself, you know? I'm convinced at this point in time that it's just the best down there, and she's just lying to me this entire time. You know? I think it's legit. She hates it so much when I say it. I lived up in Canada. It happened constantly in London. Really? Almost always tourists? Yeah. Yeah. Take out that asphalt. Looks way too slippery for the poor moose. Yeah, really. Pebble roads or nothing. Or bust. Get out of here with your slick Canadian roads. I don't want none of that. I don't want you to be hurting no meese. It's actually mooses. Like, people love to say the plural of moose is meese. It's not. It's actually just mooses. Sorry, internet. I know you all read a thing on Reddit one time and thought it was cool. It's just not true. Sorry, boys. Okay. The last bit of detailing here. I'm gonna do her face and her hair. And hopefully not screwed up, man, because I need to post this shit on the internet. We need to get likes on TikTok with it. Next time I go up there, I'll go play with a moose. Do it. Do it, coward. And we're not gonna go play with the fucking taxidermy mooses at Cabela's or Bass Pro Shop, okay? We're gonna take you to see a real moose. We're gonna go to Banff, Alberta. We're gonna take you to Lake Louise. And we're gonna show you a real Canadian time. We're gonna have all the mods come up this time. Not just the cool ones, but all of them, the rest of the mods. Mandari's gonna fly up. Fishy's gonna fly up. Steph's gonna fly in. Fox. Take all y'all to Banff and say, here's some nature. Enjoy. It's gonna be great. Enjoy your nature while it lasts. Because after this, you have to go home. And you get no more nature. You get cornfields and where the fuck Fishy lives. And pollen. You get cornfields and pollen. That's what you get. You have to take the video, though? I will. I don't think I won't. Somebody said threaten Fishy into getting her passport first. How the fuck do you not have a passport as an American? I just don't understand that. I don't get, like, I kind of, like, empathize, maybe, because you, like, no, like, everywhere else is basically irrelevant if you live in the US. Unless you, like culture and shit. Like, a lot of Americans that, like, what's the point of going to Europe? It's just, like, scuffed America. Like, I get it. When you live in the cultural capital of the world, if you're, like, not a cult, like an other culture enjoyer, there'd just be no reason to ever try. But, like, Jesus, man. I don't ever want to go to Canada. I don't ever want to go to fucking Mexico or some shit. You don't want to go to Fiji. You just don't own a passport? What the fuck, man? It's like $30, isn't it? It's like $30 in 5 weeks. You get a passport. Easy. Right? Right?
I'm back. I had that questions about NPCs
yes.
from like 2 hours
right,
ago.
let me read it again.
I forgot to remind you about.
Let me read it again. We don't need them for domestic travel because the USA financially hostages citizens by making their passports crazy expensive. Are they? 140 US for the entire process? Isn't it? I mean, it should be around the same. How much is a Canadian passport? Yeah, 160 bucks for Canadians. It's not expensive, bro. It's not expensive. Considered effort by the government to keep Americans out of places with social structures, is it? Shit. Is that all it was? Yeah, I don't know. It's not. You should probably have your passport. You probably should. Even if you don't plan on leaving the country, you should probably have your passport. It's just better to have more formal identification or whatever. All right, hold on. Let me go back to my cheers. Let's see. Okay, so you said you were in TTS for help with DD world building, have factions, but I don't know how to build them out the NPCs within the groups without them feeling samey. I can't figure it out. Also, I'm not going to let Carla and Asterion do. Oh, I didn't need to read the second part of that TTS. So when you're talking about NPC design, Azura, I think the easiest way to do it is, because I've thought about this a lot, about how I don't understand how people struggle with NPCs, and I had to learn basically and figure out how and why do people struggle making their NPCs. I think I've come to the conclusion that you can basically world build your way out of any NPC complications. And what I mean by that is you can more or less figure out what the motivations are of the people in a certain group and then make a sliding scale of extreme sort of like interpretations and figure out where an NPC is on that scale first, and the rest of their story writes itself. So if you've got a paladin order, let's say, you figure out the most zealous, crazy, whatever paladins, and then you figure out what the kind of the more moderate, I don't care about this as much, I'm just here to have a good time paladins are, and ask yourself the question, what does it look like to be super crazed about this? What does it look like to have this as your most important value? What does it look like to have this value rise above morality? Would this person, what would it look like for somebody who's willing to sort of like kill innocence for the furthering of this goal or whatever it is? I think when you start asking those questions, you start to really give yourself a sense of identity for what the order is. So you have to figure out what, like, a very strong sort of goal or whatever for your group or your faction or whatever it is. And then I think you can just sort of build in personalities around levels of commitment to that identity. That's where I'd start anyway. US is one of 3 countries that require citizens to file taxes even if they're immigrated elsewhere. If you're a resident in a country they do not approve of, they double your tax rate. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I didn't realize I was paying taxes on Twitch this year. That changed at some point in time. And when my accountant did my taxes this month, I got a letter, and I usually get a letter saying like, here's how much you owe, or like whatever. And I got a letter this time saying, hey, we're giving you a return. Because like last year I didn't get a return at all. Because obviously I didn't pay any taxes through the entire year. But this year they're like, hey man, here's a big return. And I was like, what? Apparently Twitch started taking money from me for my taxes every month. And I didn't notice because I don't look at that shit. I thought I looked at it once and don't need to worry about it anymore. Apparently I was wrong. So fucking Twitch, man. And then Canada's giving me money back for it. That's kind of crazy how that works out. But like, whatever, dog. You do you, Twitch in Canada. I ain't gonna complain. I'll complain a little bit. Yeah, never mind. Of course I'll complain. When you get your first passport, it's 130 plus 35 execution fee. After that, it's 130 every 10 years. Not expensive at all considering. No, it's super not. And I think you should have your passport. I think everyone should have their passport. I don't care how much you want to or don't care about visiting other places. I think it's a responsible thing to do to have your fucking passport. You never know when you will have to leave the country for some reason. I'm not talking crazy conspiracy shit. I'm just talking like, you know, what if there's like a trip that, I don't know, as a streamer, you really want to go on. You and a bunch of streamer friends are all like, yo, let's go take this cruise, bro. Let's all get on a cruise together. It'll be dope. It'll be a thing or some shit. I don't know. Right? You never know, man. That's the point.
Make the circumstances first and then base it off that.
Yep.
I'll give an example. The humans of my world killed the magic in their homeland and are trying to colonize the elves' land as a desperate attempt to not go extinct.
Okay.
The elves are split into 3 factions called the Windrunners, Mistwalkers and Snowfolk based on the Great Plains natives,
cool.
Mayan natives and Inuit natives.
Cool.
Also on the same continent that the elves are on are the boat folk. I'm out of message space on second.
Okay. Those are pretty different, yeah. Let me think about that for a second. At least not Twitch Korea, yeah, for real. Yeah, what Twitch Korea? Consider return if you don't think you pay taxes. If your total income is below a threshold, always fill the paperwork to check. Yeah, you have to know regardless. There you have business expenses to deduct from tax and sales tax you can get back from things you bought for the store business. So the way that works is if you, let's say you make $10,000 and let's say you spend $10,000 or let's say you spend $15,000 in your business. You just don't owe taxes. You don't get a return from anything. So like sales tax, the GST rebate, they only give a GST rebate for you if you're poor. So if it doesn't matter if you make more money or not, if you're broke, and for many years I got a GST check in the mail, where a couple times a year they'll send you your GST money back. It has nothing to do with your income as far as like if you declared taxes and you don't get it back as part of your like government filed tax refunds, you just sort of get it back, you know, as the government's like, hey man, sorry to hear you're poor. Here you go, bro. So it's not quite like that. It's similar, but just not quite. But yeah, it's complicated, bro. You gotta figure your shit out. You gotta get your taxes in order. So normally what happens is if I don't make over a certain threshold, which I didn't, you know, for the first little while of streaming and whatever, because like by no means is streaming at my size a profitable endeavor. They just don't charge you like any taxes. They just don't tax any of your income unless you get over a certain threshold after business expenses. So you wouldn't get a refund. You would just not owe any taxes, which is what happened like last year. That's all. It's pretty chill. It's pretty simple. All right, let's blast some color in here. Yeah, it looks decent. Looks decent. We're working very desaturated. We're gonna do some pinpoint saturation on this bitch. Slap this piece of art into oblivion. Dodge the ever-living shit out of it. Okay, so yeah, your 3 factions. I mean, yeah, I guess figure out what they want, Azura. Figure out what their motivations are. And like, I guess writing interesting characters is just a matter about writing in, like, understanding what makes a person interesting anyway. So you want people to have sort of like, because you're not talking about how to write interesting characters in general. You're talking more about how to write interesting characters, with regard to your factions, right? So if it's with regard to your factions, just figure out what they want. And then everything else kind of falls in place, I think. Least it does for me. I could do like a super bright. Nah, I don't like that.
The boat folk immigrated from Laika, the humans' country, and integrated themselves into the elves. There are also some immigrants from Alkalna, the draconic folk homeland. Then years later the Earth Movers or Smoke People haven't decided on a name. Come the humans who had killed the magic, desperately wanting to take over the continent for themselves. Initially they are rebuffed by the elves' high magic, but it's been years since that happened and the Smoke People are back. And
yeah, so I guess that's pretty easy. Then you just figure out who's happy about it and who's not, you know? There's gonna be some people who are pretty unhappy about it, and some people who kind of don't care. Like the thing about like people is that they're very predictable as far as like their tribal upset, this and that, you know. Some people are welcoming of their new friends, other people are very upset about it. I think it's pretty easy, honestly, to write a story around that. Those sound like pretty good concepts. Cool. I forgot to sign it the first time. Fuck, man. We gotta be better about this shit. Capacity 50. What the hell? Hey, it's Karlak. That's pretty decent. It turned out well for a quick sketch. I'll thank you for the 200 bits, sir. I appreciate that. Here, if a company has more deductibles than tax paid, they just get money? Really? So I think like you could scam that pretty hard. You're like, hey, I'm a business and I'm gonna make I'm gonna live stream for my business. And the government's like, okay. And I'm gonna buy a new computer that's an $8,000 gaming PC. Government's like, all right. And I'm gonna make $400 streaming in a year. Government's like, oh shit, well I guess we owe you $7,500 then. You know? Like that's kind of crazy. I don't know. There's got to be some restrictions around that, because that sounds way too easy to just, you know, mess around. Maybe there's a thing where it's like some sort of a grant or whatever, or a government something or another. If you, you know, if you have like employees or something. Well, Jacob's talking about somewhere in Europe, so we don't really know what the fuck they do over there in EU. But I'm guessing that there's something specifically around there that's like, if you have payroll, the government might cover part of payroll or something like that if you don't make money around there. There's got to be some sort of restriction around it, because that'd be too easy to schemaz here at least. So I don't know how they do it over there, but yeah, they don't really give you a lot of breaks for income tax and stuff here for companies. I do live in Alberta, which is nice, because Alberta has like a pretty low. Alberta has the lowest tax rate of Canada, I think, provincially. Or Canadian provincial tax rates. Income tax rates for individuals. What's Alberta versus everywhere else? Let me see an image. Let me see a graph of this, Canada. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Like, that's fucking crazy. Imagine living in BC, Ontario, or Quebec and being charged an extra, like, you know, 8% or 10%. on top of what you make, what you would get charged in Alberta. Why is it different in every province? Because our provinces like to have some like, so America and Canada have more autonomy in their provinces, because the thing is, Jacob, what a lot of Europeans sort of need to understand about American and Canadian politics, which is not, we're not going to get into politics specifics, like I don't give a shit, but is that there's a lot of individual identity. Not to say there isn't in Europe, but you'll find like some places in America or Canada are vastly different than another place, where in Europe they would have just divided a line, say you're one country and you're the other country. In Canada and the US, we just say we're a different province. So you have to have more autonomy in how we like make rules and shit.
Their technology is better than before, and so they are an actual threat, and they are using more sneaky tactics like political assassinations and manipulation to try to gain favor in the Elven land. Here's the 300 bits for 300 years of historical beef writing.
Thank you, dude.
Done. Also, I hatched an egg with a fletchling in it in Pokemon Go.
That's decent. That's a decent. Fletchling's cool. Yeah, that sounds like you have a lot of places to sort of figure out like very important and extreme you know, opinions from your characters. I think you could write some cool characters in there, you know. But yeah, there's like, so there's different you know, in America, one state is very different from another state as far as what they're allowed to do. So like you take two states, you take California and you take you know, I don't know what's on the East Coast, Georgia or some shit, and California and Georgia are allowed to make more rules for their own state, right? They're allowed to make more laws and rules and regulations within their own state from each other. And the federal government doesn't mess around or get their fingers in each state as much as it happens in Canada, where we only have provinces, we don't have states. So our federal government can do whatever they want in some cases, but we still have more autonomy than a lot of places that are provincial whatever's in like Europe, where it's a smaller country, it's more holistic. The federal government controls more stuff. So yeah, that's why we have different rates and different things like that. You know, people like culturally want to give the government more money in a province because they get more out of it, they think. You know, a province like Alberta and the Northwest Territories, Nunavut at 5%, the citizens tend to want to keep more of their money and then take care of things on a community level. So it's just different, you know. Each province is different culturally to a certain extent.
Wisconsin, Minnesota, and the Dakotas and the area of southern Canada above them have more in common than they do with Florida or Kansas or Texas or California.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. I mean, like Minnesota is like just like bonus Canada, right? I think Minnesota has the highest concentration of American hockey players by like a long shot. Like I think it's something like more than half of all NHL players in the NHL currently that are American are from Minnesota. I think it's something like that. It's about 50%. But yeah, in Texas there's only federal income tax and no state. Like Massachusetts has 10% each or something like that. Yeah, it really just depends on where you live and the culture of the place you live. But it also means that businesses are more attracted to certain places. So like Alberta is currently having a sort of a bit of a boom in tech, because a lot of tech companies are realizing that that the business and the personal income tax in the province is a lot less. So Calgary and Edmonton are actually growing in a tech, as far as tech will grow in Canada. And don't keep in mind, Canada still has higher taxes in general on average by a couple percentage than America, in most places anyway. Obviously not places like California or New York or whatever, but yeah, we also don't have an HST. I forgot about that. Yeah, we also don't have a PST. So like also sales tax. So sales tax in Alberta, for instance, we have 5% sales tax. Sales tax in like PEI, Nova Scotia, they have the general whatever government goods and service tax, and then they have also a provincial sales tax. So general government, like federal government sales tax, is 5% in Canada, and then on top of that, your provincial sales tax is whatever you want on top of that. So yeah, I mean, look at that. That's crazy. Like Prince Edward Island has a 10% sales tax. So if you go to Prince Edward Island, you buy a car or a whatever, you're going to pay a lot more. So there's a ton of dealerships and stuff in Alberta, because people will come in from Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and BC to buy a car in Alberta. And I don't know if you can still do that, but you used to be able to do it and not have to pay the extra taxes. I think maybe they might say, well, if you're a BC resident, you have to pay, I don't know how it works out. But yeah, provinces are very different from each other culturally. States are even more different. Well, maybe not. Maybe not more different, but definitely provinces have less autonomy than an American state does. So it's the difference between them. But even then, a Canadian province still has usually more autonomy than like your average European country's subdivisions, provinces or regions or whatever. But yeah, can't figure out how much money they want to take from you. So they'll just yoink it. You just gotta know how much you're supposed to give them, or else they'll come threaten you with violence to to give you the right amount of money, I guess. And why are the two different 12% different colors? I don't know. I noticed that actually. I don't know. Their accents are even similar. My entire line of Wisconsin cousins play hockey. That's hilarious. Yeah, Wisconsin. The Dakotas. I don't know. The Dakotas, I say, feel pretty different because like Ella's got family in North Dakota, and it is not, I would say, all that similar to Canada. The Dakotas are very different. Like the Dakotas carry, from my experience, more of like a rural America vibe to it. You know, like the community's just different, and not that rural communities are like all the same in Canada either. But the Dakotas felt like they had certain things that were very American, like their football team, their high school football team, their like whatever events, their, you know, like it felt very different from Canada. But I hear a lot of people say that Minnesota and Wisconsin are very, very similar to Canada in that region, at least. But Dakotas seem more different to Saskatchewan and Alberta. Like Montana even feels very different from Alberta in some ways. But I don't know. It's interesting. Got a lot of love for the Americans close to the border.
America is like if the European Union was just a country, and the Dakotas have a lot of Sioux Dakota First Nations influence too.
America's like if the European Union was just a country, kind of. Yeah, maybe. It's similar, yeah. Because like you got to wonder how similar, like, I don't know, West Switzerland and like France is, or some shit like that, versus like few American states that are very far away from each other. There's a lot of people that came over. I mean, like when you look at the old colonies in America and Canada, it was very much like Quebec should have its own identity. We all meme on Quebec because of like all their separation shit, which we do meme on them because it's dumb. But their whole like idea of wanting a cultural identity or something like that is very different, because it's like, you know, the only French settled versus the only English settled parts of Canada. And then as you go west, it sort of normalizes and homogenizes until you get to the West Coast, and then it becomes very, very Asian influenced. Like Vancouver would blow your mind. Vancouver doesn't feel like Canada. You take the two biggest, most relevant cities in Canada, Toronto and Vancouver, and they are very, very different vibes. Toronto is very like East Coasty, kind of like, I don't know, big brothery, douchebaggy, whatever. Like the average Torontan or whatever is like pretty chill. But culturally, that's just very different there. But like Vancouver has a ton of connection influence to Asia. You can't go very far in Vancouver without seeing usually the Cantonese signage or like Thai signage or something like that. And it's pretty cool. Vancouver's a really cool vibe. I really like that place. It's a shame that Vancouver is so oppressively expensive to live in, because I'd probably very happily live there. You know? But yeah, I don't know, man. All right, we did Karlach. We finished Karlach. Shadowheart now. So I think I'm gonna do like, oh God, I gotta find like a way to do the video for Karlach. But I think I want to do like a progression. Like I'll just do something that looks kind of like this, rather than doing like I wonder if I should film it on my phone or if I should just take images. I wonder how that would look actually. Hold up. You know what? I'll probably do the same thing that I did before. That's creepy. I love that. What if I overlaid it? You like it regular or overlaid line work? Maybe do a little bit of both. That's kind of cool. I actually like that. That looks really good on my phone too. Oh, hell yeah, we're doing that. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I have like, dude, I have this whole like setup now for recording these videos. I got I got Ella's tripod. I got Ella's tripod for recording stuff, so I'm a TikToker now, man. That's what I do. Language is spoken in the more it's different. Yeah, true. It's also like culturally too, Quebec is very Catholic, you know, and has a lot of different sort of, I mean, I think Quebec is more familiar to a lot of Europeans than like Toronto or Ottawa even. I guess, yeah, Ottawa's a better example for that because, you know, Montreal or, I mean, let's say Quebec City versus Ottawa. Quebec's gonna be more familiar to Europeans than Ottawa is, even though they're both about as old as each other and should be about as connected culturally to the European roots. Vancouver and Halifax are the nicest cities in Canada I've been. Halifax is nice. It's just the problem with Halifax is it's very small and very very culturally different. The maritime provinces are very different. You know, people are very nice out there and they're very sweet, but it feels like you're living, and this is my opinion because you know, I haven't been to Halifax in years, but it kind of feels like you're living on the last patch or like maybe in the previous expansion, you know. You know what I mean? You go to Halifax and everybody's, you know, everything's just like a little bit older. It's a little bit tougher to do shit. It just feels a little bit shittier in general. They don't have like a nice arena. They don't have like, you know, the hospital's a little bit whatever. Yeah, it just kind of feels like it's the previous expansion. So if you want to live in like the pre-patch or like the PTR, you live in Vancouver. You know, it's not bad. It's just old and a little bit like whatever. It's like your grandma's neighborhood. That you know, your grandma and grandpa bought a house in the 1950s, and the neighborhood's just a little bit older. That's like generally Halifax to me, or whatever. It doesn't feel like it's sort of like modern, but some people don't care with that, and a lot of people in the Maritimes don't because they're very connected to the culture of like sort of, you know, you go down to wherever and you grab a pint and you hang out and you know it's very social, very community driven and oriented, which some people love, you know. And it's not just Halifax, but the entire Maritimes. I mean, St. John, very hard place to live. Newfoundland, that is. Not a real province. You know, the one question I can't answer about Canada is what definitively is different about a province versus a territory. That I don't know, because Newfoundland, Yukon, and Northwest are the territories, and then none of it doesn't really count. None of it's not really a territory or a province anymore, because our prime minister basically gave full control of Nunavut more or less to the Inuit communities there, and basically said, you're on your own, fucking go do whatever you're gonna do, I don't care. So I don't know if Nunavut's really considered a territory. I mean, it probably is. It's just still a territory now, but yeah, you go out east and it feels very different. I don't know, like where's like the super maritime focused communities in the US, like Maine or New England, I guess. I don't know, actually. I don't know too much about that region of America, but it's very different. It feels like the previous patch because Ella, don't forget, Ella and I have thought about moving from Alberta, because Ella basically has to move soon-ish in our life from where we live in the sort of, we live in a narrow band of like bad weather that gives Ella migraines, like really bad ones, and it exists from about just north of Calgary, Alberta, to Lethbridge, Alberta, and I know actually a little bit further south of Lethbridge. It goes into whatever the northern towns are in Montana. And if you have chronic migraines, you just can't live in that area. And so Ella and I have to like move at some point in time or figure something out. And we've talked about like Ella would do best at sea level, and we've talked about going west. Obviously, is the ideal, but it's very difficult to live in Vancouver or Vancouver Island, Victoria, that kind of area, because it's very expensive. We've talked about moving out east to like Halifax or something like that, or St. John or whatever. But man, I don't know, dude. Like I just that part of Canada's tough. It's just not really. You know, I guess I'm a city enjoyer. I'm a municipality supporter or whatever. And Halifax is just, it's very nice to visit. It's very fun. It's very beautiful in the summer, but it's just not a great place to live for me, I think. So who knows? So I lived in West Virginia. It was like that in the 90s still. Wait, were you up in a holler? Were you up in a coal mine and holler? Holy shit. West Virginia? Damn, bro. I always want to go to West Virginia and see what it's like now, because I have some friends that grew up there. It seems pretty cool. Could go overseas. Can't go overseas, unfortunately, because of visas. Like, the only way... Like, that is an option, honestly. So I shouldn't say can't, because, Elma, I have thought about getting a job at a game company down the U.S. just so we can move out of Canada. But even then, it's expensive. What I could do is like run the dash tow, where I go get a job at an American game company for a couple of years and get my green card, and then go move to Maui until my green card expires. Hope I make enough money to move back to Canada into a place in Vancouver or whatever. Not enough territories declare war enough and one to gain the power status of provinces. I actually don't know what the difference is between a province and a territory as far as like influence. Like, what specific benefits does being a province grant you in Canada over a territory? I actually don't know. So I know in the U.S., territories in the U.S., like Puerto Rico or whatever other territories y'all own, they don't get, like, representation in, like, Congress or the Senate or some shit. I don't remember what it's like. But I'm pretty sure there's even political representation in the House of Commons in Canada for territories and provinces. So I don't fucking know. It might just be a cool word we throw around to sound cool, you know? How about Kingston? It's a small city, but it's close enough to a lot of big cities and to the border. Kingston, Ontario? I mean... How far is Kingston from Toronto and Ottawa and relevant places? That's pretty far, man. Like, what's the drive between Kingston and Toronto? I would have, honestly, zero desire to be close to the border, because I think this area of America is so fucking boring to me. You know, no offense to my beautiful brethren in America. I just don't think I would ever give a shit about going to, like, upstate New York or Vermont or anything like this. Like, it's just bonus Canada down there. There's nothing, like, crazy that I'd be like, oh man, if I lived in Kingston, I'm close to Syracuse or Rochester, you know? Like, I don't know, I'm sure it's lovely. People go up, you know, people like this area a lot, and sure, you know, have fun, but I don't know, man. Now, I'd want to go east to, like, Nanaimo or Vancouver, whatever. Yeah, I don't know, it's tough because like, we can't just say fucking go overseas, because, like, you know, where would we get a job? Like, if I could get a visa for anywhere, I know it, so it's super cringe to say, but unironically, if I could live anywhere in the world, I would live either in Maui, because that place makes me feel like I'm actually a human. But maybe it would wear off after a couple of weeks or a couple of months, I don't know. But unironically, Yokohama, I probably want to go live in. It's like Yokohama's close enough to Tokyo that you don't feel like you live in the middle of nowhere. And if I had to choose between Yokohama and Osaka, I'd probably choose the Tokyo area. But it's so cringe to say. There's all these people that, like, want to visit or move to Japan just because, like, you know, they watch anime and shit and whatever. But, like, legitimately, I feel like I fit in Japan better, because I'm a person that likes to keep my fucking mouth shut and just operate within society, and you can do that super easily in Japan. It's a little bit harder as a foreigner, but, like, I speak the language, I like the culture, I like the food, I like the blend of sort of culture and tech and whatever else and shit. And Elle and I are just super happy whenever we spend a couple weeks in Japan. We've never left Japan and thought, man, would we live here, like, and just thought, nah, I don't know, it's probably not as good as Canada. So like honestly, But that's so cringy to say, because like all the Genshin trash weebs want to go live in Japan, and I just feel like you can't say that anymore without sounding cringe. But like legit, if I could go anywhere, if I could get a visa for anywhere, we'd probably live in Japan happily. I don't think it would get old, because the things that we like about it, that we really like about it, aren't the like touristy things or whatever, you know. Traders are governed by federal laws only. They don't have provincial elections, if I recall. Oh, really? Is that it? Oh, shit. Okay. 5 out of 10 could use more fire and glow bits. Actually, 10 out of 10 just memeing. Yeah, that's fair. I was thinking about doing more fire or something like that, but I don't know how I would do it because I have her sword sort of in front of her. Garthen. I thought about that, you know? You don't want to be in Northern New York. It's bad there, really. He doesn't know Pepe Laugh. Upstate York is Canada for rich Americans. Is that it? Yeah. So you know that Japan is basically open visas these days, right? Not for living there. No, it's tough because I've looked at it. You know, you need to basically go there with a company. You need to go there with a company. There are visas actually for if you have like a real job, you can actually get a visa in Japan pretty easily. So like if like Ella could, the path to Japan, if Ella and I really wanted to live there, is Ella would get a job at a software company in Japan. And that'd be pretty easy because there's actually some new visas and stuff in the last couple of years that are about inviting like tech professionals and stuff in, but it's very hard as a creative. As an artist, you actually have a really tough time getting in Japan for like a company. I've had friends apply to studios in Japan for like 10 years and not get into them. I had a friend that worked at BioWare and then EA and then whatever the company is that made Star Wars, the Jedi games. And she has been applying to like 10 Japanese video game companies every 6 months for 10 years, and she can't get a job there. She's really good. So being a creative job is not like, I'd have to change my profession, or Ella would have to change her profession to do that. But it's probably not worth it. So I don't know what we'll do, honestly. I think the most likely reasonable plan right now is just to make enough money to afford Vancouver. You know, just to succeed enough to be able to afford to live in like Burnaby or Richmond or something like that. You know, because living in Vancouver proper is like unobtainable for I think most mortals. But yeah, like Burnaby, Richmond, Surrey sucks, but Square Enix would be cool. I don't know. I don't think I have an art style that would appeal to most Japanese gamers, so I don't think I could actually get a job at a Japanese game company to begin with. Even if I was very good at what I did, you know, I don't think I could. So I know a guy who moved to Japan as a wee loser to teach English. He actually realized there's so much more than that, and his nerdy ass even got married. That's cute. Yeah, the problem is you can go in as an English teacher. It's just you have a super low quality of life. I haven't met a single English teacher that is over the age of like 24 that enjoys being in Japan teaching English. You know, the pay is atrocious. The conditions are not great. You just don't have a lot of fun. You go to Japan as an English teacher in your early 20s for an adventure. You don't go to Japan in your mid 30s when you're ready to start a family and like settle down for your life as an English teacher. So probably Vancouver. Guys, game industry is pretty Xeno. I personally experienced that with Square Enix. Yeah, there's that too. You know, they have a lot of, especially artists have a lot of Japanese. Like I don't want to disparage every Japanese like game company art director, but art directors in Japan, they love, like, people don't seem to, like, I don't know, people underestimate how much Japanese people fucking love anime. It's like borderline unhealthy the way Japanese gamers love anime. You know, they don't want any of what you're offering, you know, in North America. They don't want any your Diablo painterly whatever graphics. They don't want your character art style, you know, for whatever game. They want anime. They fucking love it. And it's like, well, you can't like generalize an entire population of gamers like that, Evan. It's not like every Japanese gamer loves anime. Not every, but enough of a population that you can say every. And statistically, you'll be correct. So yeah, it'd be very difficult for someone of my style and skill set to get a job there, even if I was very good at what I did, which I'm not. So they're very into arcades though, or arcane though. They are, yeah. They love that shit there for some reason, which is crazy. I mean, Arcane is like anime enough that sort of fits in with it, you know. There's game companies and anime companies are terrifying me. Well, that's also the other thing is I don't know if I'd want to work at a Japanese game company. I'd have a friend who did make it to Japan actually. She went to school with her, and she was initially from mainland China, and she fucking loved anime, and all she did was anime. And so she eventually got a job at some dumpy little Japanese game company. She was an ultra weeb. Like, she weebed out so fucking hard, learned the language, did whatever. So she did get to her job, her dream job. I think she's working at a figure company right now, like Good Smile or some shit like that. But she talked about it when I haven't talked to her in years, but when we were, there was still like our college group chats or whatever. She talked about how oppressive the like work culture is there still in for creatives. You just don't get paid anything. There's like a certain valuation in Japan that if you're making art, it's so competitive that basically artists will take jobs as artists for disgusting pay for years. Like there, this is like probably 10 years ago, but she said that one of her colleagues, one of her senior artists, was making the equivalent of $35,000 or $38,000 a year as a senior artist of about like 10 years experience. So that is a 30-something-year-old dude working as a senior artist at a game company for $30-something thousand a year, like three grand a month. Dude didn't. She said that dude lived on his own, lived in a small little apartment the size of a fucking trash can. Didn't have any aspirations of marriage or a family because he just wouldn't be able to afford it and didn't want to be like out earned by his wife or whatever. And that's just the fate of a lot of artists in Japan. So yeah, I wouldn't want to work at a game company there, What's up, Ed? It's chilling, man. It's chilling. How you doing? Junji Ito is basically trying to start a mangaka guild to stop that, which would be great, honestly. I think there's a lot of room in Japan for like I'm not like a union enjoyer for the games industries and shit like that. I think that it's the market's evening itself out. There's enough shitty companies that people are starting to value the good ones on its own. And so I don't know to what extent Japan needs some help, but Japan needs some help in the games industry and the general art industry. It's so weird. There's so many creative people that aspire to be an artist in Japan that they sort of like tolerate just the worst kind of conditions for it. So yeah, I don't know. Junji Ito is like he's very famous for drawing horror manga and shit, Thorkin. Like real gross graphic stuff. People love it for some reason. I don't know. It's not my jam, but I respect the cult following for Junji Ito. But yeah, I don't know. I probably would never want to work at a game company in Japan. To be fair, when I was looking at at pursuing a job at Blizzard, I didn't want to work at Blizzard either, because look, it's probably changed at Blizzard, but years ago when I was looking at getting a job at Blizzard and I had multiple friends there and I had multiple connections and like ins, right around when I started about a year or so into streaming, I was talking to people who a couple of years ago were talking about their working sort of like Glassdoor, whatever, and they were starting artists at about 50K. And it's like, 50K after taxes in Southern California is not enough to pay rent, so it's like, even you're working for a real game company, even over here on this side of the Pacific, and you're still kind of eating shit. So yeah, I think it's best to be an independent in some ways, My lab is shutting down and the company is a day late in paying us. Oh shit. I opened a wage claim and I'm going to go hard against our senior VP of operations to sue them for all kinds of things. Fuck yeah. Get him. Get in there. Bulldog it. I don't know. That sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Completely unfamiliar. Yeah. He's big. That's I guess he's influential is what you need to know for that. Anti Miyazaki, very chill, very positive, draws the most horrific shit possible. Yeah. Dear God, do not start with digital extremes. What's digital extremes? Digital extremes. Who the fuck are digital extremes owning, or who are they under? Games. What do they do? They're the Warframe guys. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to work for ArenaNet for a long time. Could have worked in Seattle. Maybe been best friends with the Duria, you know?
Carinia Brevis, cool. Since we missed yesterday.
Oh shit, speaking of the Aduria. Alright, fuck it. Is this another cleric player? Let's see. Oh. Definitely this is the cleric meta. This is the cleric player meta. You know, as far as cleric players go, I think this one's not doing that great of a job. Still a, you know, small, pathetic, functioning life form. So obviously a cleric player. So I think it does the job of a cleric player, Aduria. So I'm gonna give it like a 7. It's not the best. It's not as good as the Amoeba, but definitely I think it's a good contender for the clerics meta. So thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thanks, Sound of Bits, bro. Yeah, I wanted to work at ArenaNet for a long time. Wanted to work with Keka Kotaki. You know, these guys were the open position. Here, should we work there? Okay, what do we got?
That one
Art.
Is the algae responsible for the red tide roo sip.
Damn it, cleric players. Shit. That wait. Dude. Dude, are you kidding me? I mean, obviously, you're the lead. But still, they're letting leads work remote. They're allowing leads to work remote at ArenaNet? Holy shit. Imagine making 112,000 USD and not having to pay the cost of living in Seattle. Imagine living in Canada and imagine living in Calgary or Edmonton, Alberta. And dude, holy shit. Recruitment scam warning. Uh-oh. Is the scam that you get recruited and you have to move there and then you get laid off in 2 years and you move your entire life to a different fucking part of the world? Is that the scam? That's a pretty big scam, man. I don't know. That's you gotta watch out for that. Underpayment, some of us had to sleep in the office for weeks at a time because of crunch. That's fucking brutal, bro. I don't know. It's getting worse, man. Like, so a buddy of mine just left Blizzard to go work at Frost Giant, and one of my players, and it's crazy how much working at a small studio kind of changes your quality of life, right? So I feel like I feel like the age of the Giga Studios is just, it's collapsing, man. It's just so unappealing for so many people now. Which I had to imagine living near Seattle. What's wrong? Come on, man. You love Seattle and coffee and whatever else you guys do in Seattle. I don't fucking know. Fact they have remote work as an option makes me happy. I think a lot of companies now for the games industry have to have remote. You know, one of the reasons why a bunch of people left Blizzard is, so what happened for Blizzard specifically is they had to go all remote, and so people moved out of Irvine because it was expensive, and then Blizzard said, sorry, you have to come back to the office now. And they're like, but I moved to like South or like Long Beach or like wherever in California. And Blizzard's like, well, I guess you're driving 2 hours a day. So it's like, shit. What do we do now? And so like, fuck it, I'll leave and go work somewhere else. So that's happened a couple of occasions, you know. Leveling the most expensive country in this, counting the state. Oh, there you go. Yeah, sure. Frost Giant, those are the guys making the StarCrafty thing. Yeah, they're the old. They are comprised mostly of the old Team 1 at Blizzard, who used to be on the StarCraft Heroes of the Storm devs. So
this one feels like a cleric labroid's tharophagus.
All right, better be a good cleric. Cleric or cleric player? That's the question. That's a fish. That's not a bacteria. That's not a cleric player. That's just a fish. No, come on. This is a great fish, though. That's a fantastic fish. Not a real good cleric player because it's not a single-celled bacteria. So that's really what influences, I think, the cleric player meta is how bacteria can you get with it. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry, cleric players. I don't mean it. Remote work is the only option for me. So maybe it's selfish, but I really hope more remote work options open. No, I think it's not selfish at all. I think it's reasonable. I am an in-office enjoyer, but also I don't work at a real company, so it doesn't really matter. I think that like if I were to create a game studio, I'd want to create a game studio somewhere and then have it all be in office, because I think you actually get more out of your employees when you have an in-office environment. You just don't bog it down with meetings and bullshit and bureaucracy, and then it's actually better. You have a campus that you can go to every day that you enjoy working at. That's a high quality of life. And I think remote work kind of takes away some of that. But having said that, I think most places are doing it wrong. Like, imagine starting a game company in California. Like, what? Like, really? You're gonna make like honestly, if you're gonna start a game studio, start it in like Dallas, Texas, or some shit, right? Or like Houston, or I don't know, like what's the fucking city north in Florida? Jacksonville? I don't know. Started somewhere people aren't gonna get all their money taken by the state and the feds or whatever, and then they are close to shit they want to be close to, and they have a decent weather or whatever, and they'll come work for you, you know? Like they're Edmonton, Alberta used to host BioWare. BioWare used to be a big deal in Canada. You know, my career path was to go join BioWare. It's funny, I'm not mad about it, but I actually talked to the art director of Dragon Age when he came to, I forget his name, but when he came to the school I was going to in Calgary, and he and I really hit it off because he got his job at BioWare because the previous art director that hired him was impressed by the fact that he made his own Dungeon Master screen. And so I was talking about D&D, and he was like really into it. He gave me his card, his personal number. He's like, when you graduate, like I want to talk to you. Like don't. He's like, please let me talk to you before you pursue jobs elsewhere. And I was like, holy fuck, I'm going to BioWare, man. I have to live in Edmonton, but like I'm gonna go to BioWare and work on the newest Dragon Age or Mass Effect games. It's gonna be fucking dope. And then the EA thing happened, and BioWare fell apart, and all the senior staff either got fired, moved to EA projects, or fucking bailed. And so by the time I graduated, I looked at BioWare and I was like, guys, do you still need any new artists? And they're like, no, we've moved all our artists over from EA. Fuck you. Like, oh, okay, I'll just go over there and yeah, see ya BioWare. So it was kind of funny. I did kind of get dicked. If I'd been a couple of years earlier, I probably would have worked on Dragon Age 2, but alas. I appreciate what calling it a cleric meta. Evan did in fact understand that it's a single-celled organism meta. Yeah, cleric players, you know? Yeah, I got you. Got invited to interview tomorrow morning at another job or another lab, and they wanted me to fill out a pre-interview form. The form was just me reiterating my resume, so I submitted it without filling it out. That's fair. That's probably reasonable. I don't know. All right. We finished Karlach today. Good job. Everyone put in a lot of hard work today. I'm impressed. Good job, one and all. That's about it for today. That's about where we're gonna. I know streams are a bit shorter this week, but I've got a couple things to do after stream that are kind of challenging. So I am dealing with that shit this week, and we'll see if I can stream longer tomorrow, hopefully, for the request stream. I don't know, maybe we'll do environments again. That was kind of fun. I'm really enjoying environments, honestly. I'm getting good shit out of it. Yeah, it's been fun. So we might do that actually. Oh, I forgot to read. Shit, I didn't read the updates chart. Okay, we'll do that before stream tomorrow. Shit, I forgot about that. I forgot to go do any kind of a Discord dive. I was talking about irrelevant stuff nobody cares about. Damn it. Oh well. That's fan art days. So yeah, next week we're gonna get back to real deep world building. This week was kind of like a fun interlude, I guess, and then whatever. So thank you all for hanging out with me today. Thanks for hanging out for the week. I will see you tomorrow. And I don't remember. I was probably gonna say some shit. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm dumb. I hope you enjoy your stay. All right. See you guys later. Bye bye.